hello again, you guys. Thank you, Adrian, for the host. Oh, fucking hell, Liam, you piece of shit.
I thought you might want me to turn it off.
How long? How long have you been waiting?
A little bit. I thought you were going to turn it off. That's what could have got me.
No, I thought, let's leave it on. Fuck you.
Leave it on. Bang.
Right. So, thank you again, Adrian. It was much appreciated, dude. So, who wants to summarize last session as best as they wish?
I guess do it.
No? You don't want to explain your traversements into Frosselger, the meeting of a doctor, a researcher, a scientist by the name... A scholar. Where did that voice come from? By the name of Dr. Argil Pyramane of the Embermane tribe?
Ember Eye.
Ember Eye. Close off memory. Close.
Yeah.
Close, no cigar.
You fuck off. You did some research into the body and the different effects, as well as casting Talk with Dead and speaking with one of the lumberjacks that unfortunately has since perished beneath the church in the mortuary research sector that has been set up for the researcher, scholar, doctor. During this time, the trees quite literally started attacking the town in which you fought off a weeping treant on the edge of the town, as well as the guards dealing with other ones as best they can with mixed success and casualties. You guys, this was later in the evening on this day, took to the tavern and invited the doctor, who wished to stay behind and do a bit more research and looking into the fungus specifically, given a multitude of new entrances and options and things that have come to light. And the doctor came to the realization that there seems to be a heavier arcane influence, and when meeting with the party informed them that there's a person that he regretfully wants to go and see, as he thinks this person might hold some answers and truth to what's ahead. And right as the session left, the name Clarissa was mentioned as this person. This is the evening of the same day and when you arrived in the town. You guys are all sat around the table and you watch as Embermane's fire that's around his mane just dims ever so slightly. And you can just, that 1,000-yard stare as the name's mentioned. You kind of see that as, Adrian, if you wish to, kick us off.
As I was saying, Clarissa is skilled in some way or another that, to me, has always been an affront, perhaps to my research and development. And I don't know if she'll still be available at this time of night. Perhaps she is, but I want to make one thing exceptionally clear to you. It's not going to be a smooth transition from Dr. Pyramane's well-known abilities to discover difficult and academic-related problems and solutions with Clarissa. Prepare yourselves, adventurers, for she is not what she appears. Deep within her soul is terror and anger and aggression. Her visage is such a terrifying thing to look at, so don't stare. Whatever you do, don't stare. Prepare yourselves.
Don't worry, sir.
We
You're better than her.
Thank you, Sparky. We try, don't we? We try so hard.
we'll be on our guard when we meet her. And if this person seems to elicit such a response from yourself, then we should most definitely take precautions.
You're a smart one, aren't you?
I just realised I was muted then on Streamlabs. I'm bad. No, I mute myself for a second. Damn.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Just the Yorkie.
that's how you start the session.
Nice. Well,
Yep.
considering he started his first roll last session with a nat 1,
Oh yeah.
it's a balance. It's a balance. Given your knowledge of Clarissa, as well, you've got a good idea where she would be. She is often likes to set up close to the source and flashpoints, and you've barely seen her around town, so your guess would be the lumber site is probably a strong guess to where she would be, given your knowledge of her.
Would I know that she would be working at this hour?
She probably would be working right through, because from your knowledge, it's kind of very mismatching. There's no structure to how she works. It's kind of just mishmashy. Between
okay.
eating, sleeping, and working, it's a potluck. There's no I'm up at this time, I sleep at this time. It's just whatever.
It's a bit hit and miss, shall we say, whether or not Clarissa will be working right this second. The choice is yours, adventurers. If we go try and seek out this extra source, might increase the danger a little bit. But it's your choice. What do you say? Shall we visit her now, or do you need to gather your things?
I think
Just
gathering
remember,
our things
you've only
might
had a
be-
short rest since the Treant fight. If you go now,
Yeah, I also believe, due to the fact that, Doctor, you'd mentioned she's a dangerous sort, and we shouldn't trust her, so we've
Well,
got to keep our wits about us in this regard. We can't go based on what she might say. We've got to be careful, because if we're about to put our hand in a trap and hope it doesn't close.
Certainly, with my experience of knowing Clarissa, she has been always very... I don't know how to put this. She goes against the fur, shall we say.
Raises the hackles.
Absolutely. And once you meet her, I'm sure you'll understand. But absolutely, you should be on your guard, because who knows what she will try and twist and tell you one thing when she means another, and tries to get her way without you knowing. Things of that nature.
Okay, and I'll drop my voice like quite low for this point. And you mentioned that she's a practitioner of arts such as the arcane.
Well, she is just as smart as I am. Perhaps smarter in some cases, which is why I'm perhaps referring that we go discuss things with her. Arcane, yes. Insights into nature, very much so. But the way that she does things, oh, it just doesn't sit well with Dr. Argyle Pyromane.
Okay, can you give us any more information about her? Like, you mentioned obviously that we can't look at her face for too long. Is that because, like, should we be looking above her head and not at her eyes, or is it just don't look towards her or we'll die? Like, what kind of level are we at?
No. I wouldn't say that you would outright die looking at her. It's more the way she looks is, well, could be horrifying to some of you.
Hmm. I would suggest then, obviously this is up for everybody in the party, that we go tomorrow.
The best. We probably finish the rest of our meal and get a good rest and go find her in the morning. If she's anything like you sound, she's more than likely going to have worked through the night, so she may have tired herself out a bit when we go and meet her.
Exactly.
Perhaps she works all strange hours, day and night, who knows? She makes up her own rules, and I don't know if you like to follow rules like I like to follow rules, but rules are not really her thing.
I know quite a
Those-
few people like that.
Well,
Looking mainly at the party around me.
Yeah, don't look at me.
Oh, that's a rumour.
I can feel the eyes on me.
Mhm.
Like, don't play by the rules. Don't climb that church tower. What did you say? I
Climb the
can't hear you
church
from up
tower?
here.
The two I'm already over there, yeah.
I was going to say,
That I
don't
can't
you dare climb that. Oh, he's already up there. Shit.
Do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
There'd be nightmares when you pancake into the floor.
Yeah. At least when you fall in a dream, you wake up.
Oh well. But I suggest we finish this meal and go and meet this Clarissa in the morning.
Very well, I will come find you here at the tavern first thing in the morning. I bid you a very fond and sound sleeping. Good night.
Same to you.
Do you too?
And Argyle, with Sparky following closely behind, leave. Is there anything else you guys wish to do for the evening, or do you wish me to skip, scrap, fast forward?
I'm just going to carry on with the short store sort of making for their
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
I'm going to spend some time altering spells. I think I've got to do it first thing in the morning or tonight, but I'm just going to do that
Yeah,
before we
that-
leave.
You're going to do
Yeah,
it for the
do,
long
do,
rest.
do
yeah.
it now so you don't have to waste 20 minutes doing it in
Are
a
you-
second.
I want to have a little
Yeah.
explore and ask a few people if you've just seen an ice golem recently.
Okay, roll a investigation check.
Just asking random strangers.
Yeah. Oh.
You approach a number of different people. What is an ice golem? Have you seen one? Unfortunately, when you ask commoners, have they seen an ice golem? The main answer you get is, "What's an ice golem? Can you eat
I-
it?"
No,
Like
it's
a
an ice
snow-
cream. That's meant to be quite similar, apparently. Oh, I've got a few confused in the past.
Well, if you find one, let me know. I would certainly like to try it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I might need to keep it safe for evidence, but if there's any left over, I'll bring some to you.
Oh no, that's fine.
What's your name, sorry? Just so I can bring it to you.
Oh. Okay.
Victor. My name is Victor.
Okay, that's gonna be my
I
notes.
haven't had ice cream since 10 centuries ago.
10 centuries.
You don't know what a century is, do you?
What's a century?
For Victor. Oh, I've got the recipe actually. I could make him some the ingredients.
You actually have got a book with the ice cream recipe in.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, quick, I'll go make some.
Yeah.
He
Well, I
could,
mean-
he could literally whip up some fucking ice cream. Like, no joke.
Yeah. New side quest: make ice cream with Victor.
Yo,
Oh,
that's
dear.
amazing. Like, you guys are trying to save the world and do all this grand adventure stuff, and Liam's like, right, I've got to find Mrs. Thompson's cat, I've got to make Victor some ice cream, and I've got to help Clarence down the road lift a barrel of hay. It's just such a wholesome thing for Liam.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But
Yeah.
yeah, you ask around and you get the same issue. So what do you want to do after that?
I want to make some ice cream with Victor.
Okay.
It's like late at night.
You have no ingredients, and it's late.
I know, I'm not shopping. Oh, okay. Oh, poor Victor.
It's gonna be a tomorrow job, Liam.
Okay.
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 Is that it?
That's it, yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Does anyone else want to make ice cream for Victor's, or are we going to the morning?
Morning.
Morning.
Okay.
Free reward bought there.
Yeah, you're busy making stuff.
I am.
The morning comes, and much earlier than you'd expect, Argyle is there waiting in the downstairs of the tavern before the first person comes down. Pack ready, supplies eager, ready to go, if not a little nervous. But he's happy. He's got friends at the minute. He's got people who are going to go with him, so he's not having to deal with this monstrosity alone.
Why do I suddenly have a very specific feeling of what I know what this monstrosity is going to be? Michael's speaking.
Yeah, I guess it was Michael.
Yeah, I figured it was Michael. But yeah, morning comes, food is there, you have the chance to eat it, take it.
I do purify food and drink. I've been doing that every time we've been having a meal, by the way.
I remember last session you did specify, thank you for reminding me, that is important.
Yeah. I do it as a ritual, so I make everyone wait 10 minutes. I make them go wash their hands, and then they can eat. It takes me 10 minutes to do it, so.
Yeah. I wash my hands. Don't use water, I wash.
Okay.
Have you ever... This is going to sound very awfully terrible. But has there been investigations done into whether that's actually sanitary?
Nobody's died from it yet.
See, that doesn't bode well for me. It might just be a natural, build up. You know how for chickens you feed them bits of shells so that they can grow shells. Maybe it's like something that's specific to tabaxis.
Is that an actual
that
thing?
you're able to digest a lot of strange things that you have on your paws. I wrote a note in my book. Investigate.
God damn it. Did I hear Adrian at one point go to say something? I think I may have cut him off.
No, that's all right. I was just wondering if we would start, but the party wanted to discuss something first. He was just gonna introduce oh, good morning. I hope you slept well. You'll see the good Dr. Pyramane wearing underneath his white lab coat jacket more of a studded leather this time, and he's carrying a staff that has at the top a amber jewel, an amber jewel, sorry, and there's this sort of bird motif to it at the top, and he greets you wearing his spectacles, and he cleans them as you all come, and puts them back on and says, "Well, are we all ready to get started with this very long day ahead of us? Who knows what's going to happen?"
Interesting one.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Make note of it.
Lead the way then, Doctor.
Okay.
As you wish.
Can you, whoever's leading, which I assume is Pyramane based on that, make me a survival...
Yeah, none of us know where these timber sites are.
Make a
Keep
survival
probably
check.
doing both then.
Because there's not a clear road. Okay, it's not a terribly difficult thing to follow. It is. There is like a dirt path that's slowly over time been born into the ground, but there's nothing specific. You start making your way through. You left early in the morning. You spend 2 hours or so on the travel. At about an hour into it, just off the side of this dirt path, Pyramane, you hear like a heavy wheezing and like laboured breath, similar to what you've heard in people. It's behind one of the bigger trees, about 20 foot ahead of you when you hear it because it's very faint.
I, with my other paw, I hold my hand up and I look around and say, "Do you hear that?"
Do I hear that, Danny?
Oh,
Because I think
your
both
perception.
me and
Oh yeah, 100%.
that tree.
We must be getting closer to the source of the lumberyard. Who knows what's going on around here being, well, I guess what that plant told us yesterday. Things aren't going all too well around here. Be on your guard.
Righto. I go to full perceptive mode. I am scanning around me, looking out for anything that might jump out.
Perception
I'm
check,
also
please.
hiding in the middle of the pack, so I'm not going outside of it. I'm like, protect me, please.
Can I have a
I'm
perception
weak.
check, please?
Perception check? Yeah, of course.
Okay. As you continue on, what you actually see, coming from the source of the laboured breath, is actually an elk. Full-blooded, fully adult elk that's currently collapsed, and you can see its chest is slowly moving still. And you can see, emanating from the different facial pores, sprouts of the mesh-like fungus and stuff coming out of its mouth, its nose, ears. It's not pleasant. It's
Fascinating. It seems to have jumped into animal life as well. This is very aggressive.
This was not a new symptom. There have been other animals that have fallen to the fungus this way. I believe we tried to synthesize an antidote last night. Now's the best time to try and see if it works.
okay.
That's fine.
So, the creature, it kind of sees you, but it has no energy to run or do anything. It kind of is just watching you guys approach as best as it can.
I think Greytail's got the vials.
Yeah, we've lost a great tail at the moment.
Great.
Yeah.
His computer's being a bit funny at the moment.
Ah. Well, we'll say for the sake of, he hands one of the vials.
Yep.
He hands it to Pyromane.
I will hand my staff to Cass, I believe. She's and take the vial and push my glasses up my snout a little bit and try and approach the elk in a way that hopefully doesn't spook it. Try and
Animal
soothe
handling.
it. No spook, please.
No spook.
That bodes really well.
No, that bodes really poorly for the rest of the session.
Yeah.
Who's a good
Yeah.
boy? Who's a good boy?
In one fell swoop, you shimmy up to this creature, and as it uses it goes to use one of its last energy reserves to try and get up and run, you just put your hand on its neck and just hold it in a firm but calming way. Like, you know, the dog whisperer where it does that tss. It's kind of like that in a weird way, that your hand on it and just like that look and firmness in a way is extremely comforting, and the creature just freezes. It's not friendly or anything like that, but it's willing to allow you to do what you are going to try and do, as it is in a state of calm. For what it can be.
I'll also try and purr to try and soothe it, kind of like an asthma thing.
Oh god, yeah. Like on top of the crit, like that's easy enough to do.
Okay, and I'll proceed to try and I guess feed the potion to the elk.
That'll be a medicine check.
You back?
Because the problem is, the fungus has actually like entirely blocked its mouth and stuff. It's growing out of its mouth. You're able to slip a decent enough amount, a dose between, and it like falls between and all, and hopefully down it's thrown into the right place. In
I like
terms of-
stroke his throat, to try and make him swallow.
Yeah. In terms of an immediate effect, there isn't one. And it's kind of one of them that you would have to wait and see. It's not something that you would expect to have an immediate, oh, suddenly he's now perfectly cured. This is not Disney. But it is administered, and you're happy that a good enough portion that if it is going to have any good effect, it should do.
All right. I give a stern nod and return to the group and hand back the potion if there's anything left into it to Eventide.
It's just a vial now at this point, but you were all watched how with grace and swiftness that he was able to interact with this elk and administer the potion with very good quality and ease.
We can always check on it on our way back. And I kind of hand his staff back because he handed it to me.
Of course, I hope this works. It didn't have any detrimental effects, shall we say, so that is positive. At least not now. But yes, I will make a note. Sparky, take a note. We will check out on the elk.
Righty-ho, sir.
I think we should also be on the lookout for whatever stuff you use to create the antitoxin, just in case, if we can find some more of that tree, or anything really that we can create more of it, because there's got to be people that are already infested with whatever it is. Parasite.
Well, we're heading to the lumberyard, so the battles yesterday seemed to be coming from at least this area. Maybe we will encounter a couple of the corpses of the trees, perhaps, if that is indeed what they were fighting against.
I think we might encounter the source. At some point, we might need to go investigating for it. I'm getting the impression that there is something maybe at the lumberyard or nearby that is controlling the people when they get fully infested to the point where they lose their sound.
Well, I'm sure Clarissa will be able to give you more information based on the fact that she is at the front lines, so to speak. It's bizarre why she does that, but who knows what she really thinks in that twisted head of hers.
She does sound rather curious.
You have no idea, Cass.
I mean more along the lines of somebody who has a lot of knowledge but is scary is a dangerous person to be involved with.
Yes. You're also a very wise one.
Oh, no, I'm not. Shall we carry on then?
Right.
Certainly. This way, please.
And another thing, Cass, you specifically would have noted more than anyone else. As you guys are carrying on, the deeper and deeper you're going into the forest, you are noticing higher density and accruement of the fungus. It's pretty much taking over the flora here. Trees are becoming similar in vein to what you saw at the Treant. Flowers and other vegetation is becoming almost non-existent as it's choking the life out of the ground and such. Creatures similar to the elk, you see corpses of such creatures.
If anybody hasn't got their masks and gloves on, I tell them now, put it on. Sorry, guys.
On the town tree line, it was fairly normal, but then as you're getting deeper in, the density is just growing and growing. And then when Pyromane is, it's probably about 5 minutes out, the fungus almost immediately stops. The trees, and there are creatures that are still affected, but the almost parasitic growth and attachment and attacking has almost stopped. But you can see where trees, like you can see where the fungus has been cut and removed carefully. The trees are still very much diseased and probably dead in some cases, but have been cared for and looked after. As you move closer into the lumberyard, you can see where trees have started to be cut down and stuff. And you spot a tent that's on the eastern side. Let me move you. I'm just going to use, because I did make a map just in case.
Yeah. Just before we end, obviously arrive at the lumberyard, I'm going to start doing ritual casting of detect magic.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are coming from down here. If you can see where I'm pinging.
Yeah.
So feel free to put tokens on. What you see is a large leather tent, and you can see a handmade clothes frame with different coloured clothes swaying in the wind. You can see different wind chimes and crystals and incenses burning. You can see there is a light smoke coming from the tent. The air, again, more for Cass because she's very perceptive. There's this air of perfume and incense and oils that kind of just coats the air very thickly. It's
Do you know, Danny, my passive perception is 17, so I am very perceptive as well.
Oh shit. Okay.
My passive perception is 21.
Yeah. But no, to be fair, she would notice as well, but not as much. It's like, when you stand downwind from someone who's put way too much perfume on. It's that type of smell, and it kind of just coats the air.
Wind.
You can see that there's a campfire, crackling away very faintly with a pot on it that's bubbling. And you can see that there is currently movement coming from inside the tent, but you can't see a person yet as the flaps are down, and you can just kind of see the shadow of this humanoid horned creature person, however you wish to describe it.
Before we get there, based on the smells that I'm smelling, because obviously different herbs are associated with different potions and oils and all that kind of thing, am I getting a strong sense of what kind of person this could be, what kind of caster they are, or whether they are a caster or not?
Make an intelligence check. A flat intelligence check.
People use a lot of hemlock. Hemlock's a poison.
No, I know what you're getting at, but I was struggling then to kind of think of what role would be the most applicable.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Actually,
intelligence.
Yeah,
16?
Yeah, intelligence. A lot of it, because it's all interwoven and on top of each other, but you've got a way that you can kind of pick through it a little bit. It's very how you would assume druidic in your assumptions. And a lot of the herbs are used for more protection and warding, things like white sage and such.
So it's not like incense would be burned in my brand new toy, or
no,
incense in terms of
it's a natural based incense.
Okay. Another druid, right? Okay, cool.
Oh no.
Wow, that was very, very rude. But yeah,
I wasn't being rude.
like I said,
I was thinking fact.
But you can see there's a light source in the tent, and it's creating a shadow over the person. You can't see the person directly, but you can see a humanoid creature with large curled horns, like as the shadows overset.
Pyromane will look around to the rest of the party as the tent is in sight and says, "Steel yourself, adventurers. Who knows what witchy ways are happening beneath the canvas."
Okay.
And we'll move forward with the staff and Sparky floating behind.
I'm just going to turn to Evan and mouth, "Witch?" What?
So yeah,
and then I will follow.
Pyromane goes first, very cautiously, followed by the rest of the party. let me grab my notes.
Sorry, I haven't.
You're just bumping into each other like fucking hell.
It's happened like every time I've moved my character somewhere, somebody else has then instantly moved.
But yeah, as you start
Wait, why are
working
there
your way
two
up,
deers?
I'm gonna. There's 2 deers.
hell's going
What?
on?
You've made 2
I
of
moved
you.
him and he's. Oh,
I
I
can't.
moved.
I can't
moved
delete.
him
I
and he-
can't delete it either.
Oh, there we go. I got one now.
As like the general noise of the clatter of you guys approaching, you kind of hear the tools put down, and you kind of see the lights just get snuffed out, like as if it was a candle being burned. And out sticks the head very curiously. Oh, actually, make a nature check, everyone, really quick.
Oh.
Because this is more for recognizing what she is.
That's her.
Okay. Dear, what you see and Boomer, you both reckon. Actually, everyone but Persephone, which makes sense,
Aww.
recognizes what approaches is a satire. Relatively short.
Oh.
The fur's like pale grey, and you can see that it's quite short and like spiky almost, but not spiky as in like it would hurt. The horns are wrapped and woven with different vines and flowers, and she's wearing a tight leather tunic almost with encrusted amber and jewels and different things. As Bex, what does she say?
Hello! So nice to meet you all! Oh my god, you look like adventurers. I'm just telling you right now, you just look just like adventurers. I can see like the triumph in your eyes of like, have you stood before evil and bested it? Yes, yes, I can see it. I can see it. Yes, I know exactly what
You also see Argyle Pyromane with these adventurers.
Immediately her like really excited smile and like glint in her bright pink eyes dies, and it just becomes this like flat look on her face, and she says, Argyle, how enchanting to meet you here.
Now, none of that, Clarissa. We have adventurers here that are promising to do good here. None of your demony ways here, witch.
Witch! You would call me a witch! You dull, boring cat!
Adventurers, steal yourselves.
Where have you told them?
Look at your hair.
They tarnish my reputation?
Those flowers. They're so
I'm a
ritual.
sage, Argyle! A sage!
Those butterflies.
They're my friends! This is Torbjorn, this is Olaf, and over here is Ylva. And she brings out these butterflies that has been like resting in this flower crown that she has in between her horns of like bright pinks, yellows, reds. There's also a few bumblebees and a few honeybees like just like buzzing around her head.
Party.
I like it.
What do you say? Is literally these two start a verbal slanging match. Taking almost no consideration.
I just watched the verbal nuke go off in front of us, just like, oh, wow. Sorry, I can't even wipe the expression off my own face, let alone Evans.
What the fuck?
By the way, well done, you two.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, by the way, when you first... Sorry, I was about to say, when you first called him a cat, my arm immediately goes in front of Greytail.
Yeah, we're all like, what?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. So Clarissa, the satire for those. Clarissa,
Stacey,
what
yeah.
you see
Stacey, yeah.
out the corner of your eye as you like shout "cat" at him, you kind of watch as half the party behind just kind of blocks off the one tabaxi. You have no
Two
idea.
tabaxis. There's another tabaxi.
Yeah, but there's one that we stand in front of, one that actually cares about being cool.
Deer doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But if you wish to expand on your description, Bex, any more than I haven't already.
Yeah, you know, it's that flower crown. She's dressed in a tan linen shirt. There's a leather vest above it that has this tight mosaic of pale and light pink and gray crystals. And then she has a white fur as a skirt and some kind of like shoulder padding, some kind of shoulder embellishment.
Yeah, I'm just going to expand that one for you guys to see.
Cloven feet in that light gray color, ready to spring at any moment. And she also has a staff in her hand, a gnarly oaken one with twisted branches at the top in a complicated pattern with several like small silken strings attached to it, maybe some gold filigree in there, some more wind chimes, bells, stuff like that. And bright, lively pink eyes.
And I've just noticed as well, I'm just going to expand it just for people to see. This token is
anime.
animated too. Look at how cool is that?
Oh, nice.
It's so cute.
I know.
Oh yeah, you see this little 5'3" maybe spry satire that just exuberates positive energy. Then sees Argyle. And it all drops. And then literally, I'd imagine that as she looks away from him and back to you guys, it immediately comes back like a switch.
Yes. Exactly.
I expected the kind of attitude, and to be honest, I didn't know that you were going to be a satyr. I was expecting a little halfling, but satyr works too.
It works
Just from Argyle's description, and I was like, it's gonna be something interesting. But no, as I kind of see that this is stopped from him, it's like.
The next thing she says, while glancing with a smile on the party and then turning to this blank expression, she turns back to Argyle. She says, "So, if you have brought them to me whilst you're busy working on your dissertation, I guess that you weren't their guy after all, huh?"
Oh, well, that's
There it is.
Listen, no call for that, Clarissa.
Called me a witch.
Now.
I will
Don't be
tell
hasty.
Witek of this derogatory language.
Please. We understand that there's some unfinished business between you two, but we came here to talk to you, if that's okay, Clarissa. If that would be alright.
Of course, I'm happy to meet new people and share what I know. Do you want to sit down? Maybe we can have some tea. I have some rose and lavender tea for you guys to try. A new recipe that I just made, and I'm like super excited about it.
It's at this point as well. It's as well that Cass, because you're behind Pyromane, you can kind of see Sparky has made himself as small as possible and keeps peeking over his shoulder, and you can see as he goes back down and hides, like he sticks his tongue out like a at Clarissa.
This
when
is
nobody
too
sees.
adorable.
This is Clarissa Fern, and she is also from the same institute that I am from, and, well, as you can see, she has very different ways about her research.
I would
to
say
know.
better, Argyle. I would say better ways.
Please, just let's talk, shall we? Sit down and talk.
I love talking. Yes, let's do that. Let's share. I will tell you all about me. You will tell me all about you. I want to hear about your adventures. I do think I have some vegan brownies that's over in the back.
I'm sorry, what is vegan?
I was about to say that.
I'm sorry, mate.
You don't know what vegan is? What kind of? Oh, I have so much to tell you. You shouldn't, hurt animals. You should only eat plant. Okay? Oh no, not the kind of plant that is alive. I have problems with this. Sometimes I think you should just eat dirt. But sometimes dirt is alive too. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Oh,
Dr. Pyramid pinces like the space between his eyes.
Quite like her.
If I weren't trying to be kind of the professional one, I probably would be doing the same.
Oh my god.
This is going to be fun.
would you mind telling me a little bit more about your dissertation? And I'll kind of move her away back towards the tent to try and get away from Firemain and calm the situation a little.
Yeah.
Well, we are both sent out, by Votek to do our dissertation, and I am going to succeed, and I'm going to prove my theory right, because my theory is, of course, right. Because I have the right way of doing things, not like boring and like in the center, in the mold center somewhere. You gotta be brave. You gotta get out there. You gotta find out what's wrong and take care of it. Okay, you need to buck through. All right, tackle it.
Of course. What was your theory again?
Well, my theory is that the folk around here, especially like this lumberyard, have you seen how sad this whole situation is? Like how many trees has been cut down? They have a right to live as well, And so I think it's the weakening of the ecosystem resilience by disruption by the fair folk around here that made this mutation of this fungus, this Amiralidosali thing. I'm not entirely sure how it's pronounced. And made it worse, made it zoonotic, and have this, extra stuff to it. So if you just find like an antitoxin, a vaccine for like plants that are alive and people that are like have a consciousness, the fungus, is also allowed to live. So we just let it be. But we need to find the source. So it seems to like be welling out in like huge proportions. I've been cauterizing some of the land here to save the town from more of it, but I can't seem to stop it completely. It's a headache.
Oh, most definitely.
God
And
damn.
what is your evidence that it's the forest fighting back?
Well, I made this, this trench and put it on fire to make sure there's nothing like livable that the spores could jump over. But it seems to sometimes I'm just one person and they're not helping. I shout at them to stop their lumberyard activities, but they don't like it and they don't want to help me. And they're just such assholes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I love it. This is better than I ever imagined.
So, just so I've got everything right in my head, you and Dr. Pyramane disagree on something because you believe that it is created due to, the lumber mill actually having an effect on the ecosystem, correct?
Disruption of the natural ecosystem around here. I think it's like lower the resilience of the whole thing and then allow this to happen. I think it's just, a normal disease at first and just got worse. And now it's zoonotic, and that's a problem. So we should find a vaccine for that. It's just a fungus. The fungus is supposed to do decay things. Things are allowed to die.
Okay, calm down, okay? Bring it down to like a 5, just for a second. So...
Maybe we should have a common tea after all.
I like
That's
it.
Yeah, this is where she says that was only a 3.
Please.
No, I understand completely. I just mean that this lumber mill, do we know how long it's been in operation for? It's highly unlikely that it's a natural reaction due to people being invested, due to the fact that, civilizations have came and fell. This whole world, at one stage, was a blasted zone.
Well, the Fairfolk is of course also allowed to, live their natural way, and this the nature of Fairfolk to live in huge cities. And, I understand, and we love yards and all of that. And everyone should share. Everybody should share nature equally between each other. But what I think here is that people didn't take extra care about what nature told them, about the energies, the vibes around here. It's all wrong, and they overdid it. They overdid it. But there's also a weird, arcane feel that I get from this fungus that I can't really explain, and that's really worrying me.
Oh, you say that there are Fey folk around here as well. Have you met some of them?
Fair folk. You're a fair folk, I'm a fair folk. It's just so easier to, label all of us.
Oh, humanoids.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
But
I think oid, it sounds a little bit derogatory, so no, fair folk sounds way cooler.
Oh, I completely agree. I mean, I would
you
call
do?
other people something else, but apparently that's not agreeable in normal circumstances.
And it also
So-
names everybody as a kind of human. Don't you think that's a little bit racist?
Slightly, but,
Yeah.
yeah.
just
I'm not
feel-
getting into this argument because I have had it many a time, so, So, I'm just trying to process this. This is a lot.
So I think
Is that
we
Cash
should
saying that
probably
or
go
Rose?
with the.
Both. I love it. I absolutely love it. But I'm trying to be Cass and not
probably
Rose
start-
because Rose would be
Yeah.
squeeing right now, whereas Cass is like,
Hmm.
"Oh, she's a lot, but I love it."
I love it. Yeah.
So I think the
I'm
situation
cute.
we were in.
Everyone want to
I
share?
think in this situation, I think we should probably get to why we're all here, as we've managed to make a few notes and discoveries, and hopefully we can all work together to hopefully try and find the source of this problem and bring everything back into balance.
Oh, I love the word of that. But you said you found something? Tell me what? What's something new? I want to know.
Oh,
I
who's-
unfortunately am not the most knowledgeable, so I'll leave that to your fellow compatriot and Cass here, who have more knowledge than
Oh.
I do.
I'm sorry,
I'm
Clarissa.
literally
We
just
should
like-
probably introduce ourselves, maybe, guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm Clarissa Fern. Everybody, hello. I'm Sue the Doctor.
Yeah, and it's at this point, the teas, the little kettle that she'd put on as she was pottering around talking to you, just starts to whistle.
I forgot about the tea. Ah!
Oh no.
As Clarissa ducks back into the tent, Dr. Pyroman will look around and just give the most, you see what I mean, look to the party.
I'll turn around to you and go, I really like her.
She's horrible.
She's lovely.
He seemed a bit.
Did you see the bugs in her hair, though? I mean, come on, hygiene. Dr. Pyron looks around for water to wash his hands.
I'm not even
more
dirty.
than-
I'm still washing.
Unfortunately,
He's the eyes here, gents.
How does somebody not
Mhm.
eat animals?
Yeah. Okay.
We need to eat animals to
Ooh.
live.
Sorry, dear?
Part of the great circle of life.
Oh yeah, we have to cut down things for civilizations, but then we plant more trees. It's the natural way of things in nature now.
Hmm.
Like, I
Well,
understand
we
because
don't
we
eat
obviously.
animals, but if we don't eat the
Sorry?
animals, there can be too many, and they can eat all the greenery.
Um,
Therefore, we will die.
I agree with you so much right now, dear. Like, I'm so proud.
She's entitled to her beliefs.
I'll just put you guys
Oh, of course, everybody's entitled to their beliefs, just as I have mine, you have yours.
Was you
I'm
gonna say
going
something?
to pop my detect magic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes. Yours. You
No,
were
I
gone.
want, I want
Um,
to see what's from the area.
The area hums, especially the tent, with a divine magic. Hugely so. Different from Argyle's, where Argyle seems to have a natural rooting system that is connected to the earth itself. Clarissa's energy and the things that she owns seem to have this divine magic that emanates from her.
Divine.
Yeah, divine. There are traces of magics that are similar to the fungus, but it is seemingly actively being suppressed by this divine energy and presence around. Almost as if that there's something... It's not destroying it, it's holding it down.
Like a bit of a force field.
Almost, yeah, like a shield
Nice.
that seems to be protecting this area.
So, obviously after we've done introductions
Oh yeah,
and all
no,
that.
and yeah, it's as Boomer's taking a look around. Clarissa comes out with this bark, like carved, like so it's a big piece of bark that's a tray, and you can see the teapot that's steaming, of like cups stacked up, and you can see like a small pile of these vegan brownies.
Yeah, and all the cups are different. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's the
All of
handmade.
them are different. Yeah. Different colors, different patterns, different shapes.
It's like
Maybe
woven
one is
hemp
cracked.
with like a mud lining that's then baked.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so adorable.
She goes over to the fire and like hands everybody a cup and pours the tea. And she, you need to tell me your names now, otherwise I'm gonna forget it. And we're just gonna go off and have an adventure together, and it's not gonna be so lovely. But I should know your names before that, don't you think?
Blink. So, my name is Evan.
Evan?
Cat.
Alright, Evan. Cass? Okay.
Stephanie?
Persephone. Oh, that's a really, really beautiful name. Oh, like a name with Persephone, you deserve a flower crown. Here you go. And she casts Druidcraft and creates like a little flower garland and puts it on your head.
I'm gonna cry. So cute.
Does it match yours or is it distinct?
Oh no. It's distinct. It's a lot of blue in there.
Oh, that suits my colour skin. I'm CL.
Pyromane doesn't get a flower crown.
Oh no. She pointedly ignores that dull thing in the corner.
You like it? My crown.
Yeah, over Clarissa's shoulder, you're pointing to your head like a castle. Look.
It's very sweet.
But yeah, tea's passed out. You're all slowly introduced.
Yeah, names are given.
I mean, there are still 3 people that didn't
Yeah.
introduce themselves.
Yeah.
I'm
scared.
Dia. Yeah.
Yeah, I've fixed Discord just to hear a lot of screaming.
Yes.
That
I'm
was
not in
Yeah,
agreement.
this
yeah.
one's scared, by the way. You can see a grey-furred tabaxi with wearing what looks like a gi.
I'm Great Ale. I give a slight, polite bow.
Oh, so polite. And she like bows twice back. Don't need to be so shy. Here you go, a rose for you.
I back up.
You don't like roses? Daisies, lilacs,
The rose is fine.
vials. And she creates just this like, I don't know, waves of flowers like coming everywhere.
Flower bimu.
Eventually, you get bloody confetti just thrown
Yeah,
at you.
yeah,
It's like,
flowers. Yeah, confetti of flowers of different kinds. Which one do
Thank
you
you.
like?
They're all lovely.
Oh
Bye.
no! Thank you. I've been practicing so much.
I take some steps and hide behind here.
You hide behind the other cat.
Yeah, so we'll move you to there.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm Dia, and I'm just going to move back behind Stephanie.
Yeah. You see the cat. You see the cat that's called Deer.
Yeah. As I can do. Just, yeah.
Oh, how funny! I see! Oh, that's funny! You should have some horns! That would even make it better!
Yeah.
You can get a horse like me if you want to!
Maybe.
You should.
That would be so cool! And then you can make everybody so confused, and then their confused looks be so funny!
Dear, go for it, please. I want to see.
Maybe I can make some like branches that looks like deer horns, and she starts experimenting with druidcraft.
Oh, no.
no.
Can Argyle like react to this? To like the party say, oh, remember what I said, party? Remember?
Remember my advice.
Don't give in to her wiles.
Amazing.
As I say, you're watching one person who's already been converted to the flower crown, and the two. And I would say, I would also like to point out the two
back in a
tabaxis,
second.
the closest one of us to yourself, are backing away from behind one, like leapfrogging away.
Yeah.
I
Well,
will
it's
point
okay.
at this. Cass just kind of leans over to Evan and goes, do you think they've got a crush on each other? This is really weird, right? Is it just me?
Don't say anything.
My lips are shut.
But I believe Michael and Adam, your characters have not yet introduced.
I gave myself away first.
Oh,
Evan did.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on
okay. Adam.
To be fair, Boom is just in the test, just laughing at bloody Deer's horns at the minute.
Oh yeah,
I'm Boomer.
I was going to say Clarissa's chasing Deer with sticks, trying to stick him in his fur.
Yeah. And she would be running around like, oh, you're so fast! Look at you go! So nimble.
And I'm just in like fit and loving my new crown. It's amazing.
Boom.
And this is Boomer.
Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet new people. Here, do you want a flower necklace?
Yes, please.
She hangs this, this very like Hawaiian like necklace.
Oh yeah.
around your shoulders.
Argyle, you're watching as everyone is slowly being corrupted and converted in front of your very eyes. Apart from the two tabaxi who were clearly scared.
I'd say I'm not doing anything either way. I'm
No,
just
Cass
saying
and Evan
that
are being very quiet and tilting that. I can imagine Cass is like her head's tilting like slower.
Yeah. Okay. You've got
Further
you've got Cass and Evan who could swing either way. You've got the two tabaxis who are scared, and you've got Boomer and Persephone who are enthralled.
Now, adventurers, whilst this is all very peculiar, let's not forget that we have a job here to do and that there are people dying, and just because one crazy satyr likes to live in the forest thinking that mushrooms have feelings, I don't think we're gonna get very far. So, let's make haste.
Doctor,
Feelings are important.
everything is important here, but I agree with the doctor. We do have a mission currently, and we need to find the source of this. And we have found that during our investigations, that the organic entity that seems to be filling up, the respiratory tract of most of these individuals, has an arcane nature behind it. Would you know more about this?
Our investigations, Clarissa, ours.
No, it's more like his failed one and my succeeding one. But yes, there's a weird arcane nature to the mushroom.
Some what did you say? Necromancy and
Conjuration. No, enchantment.
enchantment.
Enchantment
They are
majorly
profiteering.
minor necromancy.
I will also point out that it is our investigations that you are now dismissing, because we did these as well. Not just your friend Arva here.
You didn't.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, he can use some help.
We can all use a little help sometimes. And I think that we should all work together in this case.
Yeah, but he's so slow.
There's nothing wrong with being methodical, Clarissa.
So boring. Fine. Okay, fine. If only if you're a deal package with these awesome people, I guess I will take it.
Okay.
Excellent. Oh shit.
Right. So,
So,
have you been able to figure out? Well, have you been able to find anything more about the source or direction this might be coming from?
Well, it's obviously coming from the south or the west. Have you been out there?
We've
Southwest. Great Ale. Well, when you were on top of the church, did you notice any building or cave or anything?
in that direction.
Yeah, in that direction.
I was focusing on the town, really.
Yeah.
I didn't really see
I
anything.
was gonna say all the stuff you found was within the town limits.
Yeah.
Is there a big tree nearby that we can send him up?
which isn't affected.
Yeah. God, no, the ones in this area aren't affected, are they? You said that it stopped.
They were affected. They are currently
Then-
being like there's like a suppression field that's kind of stunting the fungus. It's still all on the trees. It's just been held at bay.
Do you need a tree? Like a big tree? A really tall tree?
If you
That
have
would
one, that would be.
Oh, wait! I need to introduce you. I need to introduce you to Gustav. Okay. Go away. Speak. Okay, you need to clear the area.
I back up as
Yep,
far as
yep.
possible.
Yup. As she literally starts like over this like little space here, she's like move, everyone move.
Making a huge deal out of it. Her hands are like frantically moving about.
Yeah.
All right.
Careful with that, Clarissa. Careful now.
So she holds out her staff and say, "Gustav, awaken!" And she slams down the staff into the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just erupts.
Yeah.
She backs away. Wow.
I don't. One thing I didn't have ready, but I'll just use this tree because it's different.
Just use this one because it's different.
It's different. As a large treant sprouts from the ground in almost instant fashion.
So nice to see you again, Gustav.
Oh my. Thank you, Clarissa, for bringing me once more. Is there anything I can help you with?
We need a 360 vision.
Oh, certainly. Do you need a hand up?
I think it's one of those cute tabaxi over there who want to see.
I'm so glad you said tobacco.
She's already said cat. We had to hold Grey Tail back.
I'm not racist.
Some of my best friends are tabaxi. You guys.
And one of my worst enemies is a lion man.
No, my worst enemy is a cat.
Yeah, that is true. So you see Gustav, the treant, like kind of turns, looking at Deer first, as he was the one in the immediate vicinity. His Grey Tail had ran, and he kind of just looks at you half expectantly and kind of like puts his one hand to the ground.
The climbable. Yeah, but the
He's
climbable.
getting ready to run. He's backing up.
Oh no.
Is this one friendly? Because I don't.
It's
The
not
only
fun.
ones.
I'm about to say it looks to be.
Quickly, do like some kind of check to. I'm being a bit sus at the moment because she is very excitable and lovely, but this is a treant, and the last treant we saw was deceased and
Yeah.
rotted.
No,
I'm
that's
trying to
fair.
kill it.
Yeah, she seems like she's on the up and up. Sorry, but I've
do
gotta
an
ask.
insight check, and Clarissa, just do a flat charisma check. We'll see if we need to fix the modifiers later, depending on the fuck. God damn.
That I don't know. I can't possibly. If I do just normal charisma, I can't beat that.
But,
I'd be worried if you could.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah. So yeah, no, that is unfortunately you. There's no point. Like shit, that is a good roll. Fluffy's now on my desk, and I can't see my screen. Thank you, Fluff. So, Clarissa, if you wish to just quickly explain.
I mean, you can send me a message
I was
if it
gonna
is that
say,
you're a bit sneaky. I won't
I was
reveal
gonna say
it
it's
or
nothing
whatever.
too detailed. It's more or less. Are you a legit? Like what you're putting across? Is it legit, or are you hiding shit?
She is very, very poorly hiding hostility towards Argyle, like trying to have like a neutral and friendly expression, but she's failing like poorly. But she's still trying to control it.
Yeah.
With all of you, it's the excitement and the honesty is just pure and never ending. It's just over the top, and she can't even like stop to think about being deceitful.
So the answer is she's on the up and up, except at Pyromane.
Yeah.
He's a twat.
Go on, Greytail. Go for it.
Yeah, if I use my claws to climb, is that going to hurt the...
Yeah, we got a hand down to help pick you up, and you're like, I
The
wanna
hand
climb.
is there. Don't worry. Please climb up.
Okay, I climb
So
up.
he will stand. You stand on his hand, and he will kind of like, you know, when they do the like the stone throw thing, where they got the little stone and they kind of put it to the chest and then lift straight up. The shot put. It's kind of like that, and he raises you up straight in the air. You're probably now about 20 feet in the air. Just instantly stood on the palm of this tree, and you
Cool.
have a panoramic view of the immediate area, as this tree is in a clearing, but is taller than most of the trees around it by a good 5 or 6 foot.
Alright, and we were looking southwest, were we?
Mhm.
Yes. So, is there anything? Yeah, I'll have a look.
Nice. Everyone's rolling really well tonight, except
Oh, well,
Persephone.
Wait till we get to the fight
Hey, I
later.
rolled a 1. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they...
Oh no, the
Okay.
24 was dear. Greytail
Oh
rolled a 10.
shit. That sucks.
It's
But
Liam.
Do you see much up there, fellow feline friend? Like, and there's a little
No.
twist in his voice that's kind of like trying to, seeing as the party is like getting on Clarissa's side, he's trying to elicit more charismatic
yeah, yeah.
things.
That was the
Feline-
worst thing you could have said.
Feline friend.
It's the perfect choice, but it's the wrong one.
So,
He gets
yeah.
some dagger eyes.
Liam,
Okay.
did you mean to roll?
As the other,
Deer
rolled.
Deer rolled, and I was just clarifying, is he looking around as well on the ground level, or... Liam's,
Yeah, I
Liam's,
think
Liam's not
you're
there. I will move to Matt. So yeah, you take a look around. With the domination of trees and the...
I didn't know I was muted, sorry.
You wit.
Oh no.
I was still going the hand and I thought nobody
Oh, so you're going on as well. Okay. Okay.
Two cats have gone climbing.
Greytail...
Two cats stuck up a tree.
Irony.
Oh,
because I
no.
was muted.
This is where they have to roll wisdom saves, or they're stunned for a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, Greytail, you take a look around. You don't see anything that stands out. You just see a sea of green canopy. Dear, to the south, direct south of where you are, of the Western Lumber Camp, you can see a small... It's not quite a hill, and it's not quite big enough to be a mountain. It's like some weird in between, like as it's on the scale. It's a preteen mountain, maybe. It's not quite.
Wow.
It's I don't know, but that's
It's a big hill.
Shut up.
So it's a
A
small
60-year-old that has an attitude problem.
It's got acne.
But yeah, you can see that breaks the canopy line, and like you can see like some of the stone tops of it is about the only thing that really stands out. Now, can you both make
Okay.
wisdom saves?
Oh dear.
Seriously.
Haha.
What do you guys see?
Looking for you, I'm a wise boy.
You're both fine.
Oh, very well.
Yeah, you're both not stunned. But there you go. So yeah, you have a look around. The only thing that stands out, you don't see like any ominous, like fucking ziggurat. No weird magical auras. Like it, there's a mountain to the south, hill, mountain, something in between.
Big lump of earth.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah.
And when you're
nothing
done,
particularly.
you can kind of call to be put down and right away. And the hand lowers, and you just hear the creaking of the bark as he puts the hand on the floor.
Good job, Gustav. You're so helpful. So dashing.
I try. Thank you. What? Actually, Cass, can you make a perception check, please?
Deception.
Perception.
Perception.
Oh, perception.
Yeah, make a
I was thinking that, I was
deception.
like, I've not lied.
Someone deceived a tree.
That's just a guilty conscience.
Oh!
Whoa. What is with the rolls?
Fucking hell.
We're
This
getting
is
them out now for when the combat happens later.
What you see...
Yeah, like I entered the elite party here.
Oh yeah, no, like it's supreme good followed by supreme bad. It's there's no in between. It's either great or shite.
Oh, I see.
It comes and
Chaos
goes. So
dance.
the fact is, they're getting them all out the way now for when inevitable combat happens. Then the nat ones come.
Why'd you think as a paladin I'm not rolling yet?
But what you see, Cass,
I want to bank those 20s for the fight.
given your line of sight, Cass, you see Embermane kind of half crouched behind the tree stump, and he's clutching it, and you can see a couple of claws are out as he's just kind of cautious. What piques your interest, though, is the warding rune that is on the tree stump itself that has been placed in delicately, that he has since put a claw through and disrupted and shut down.
Does it look like it was accidental or on purpose?
Don't know. She's just seen it. She can just see
Can I
that.
see what the warding ring was? I'm not gonna get like super up close, but that's like a 31. Can I see the warding ring? Get a bit of an idea of what it's for?
Well, what you see is you see the innate-ness coming into it as the magic dulls out. At the glance you can see from the distance and angle and stuff, it looked to be some sort of protection rune, and given what Boomer said, correlates. As you just watch the faint, dull glow just kind of and goes inert.
Aww.
No one else has seen this yet. And Pyromane hasn't even noticed he's done it, because his eyes are fixed on Clarissa and Gustav.
Have you tried the brownies yet?
Say that again.
If you try the brownies.
Oh no.
Well, this excitement's going on further up there. I'm gonna go over to Pyromane. Are you okay?
Of course, Dr. Pyromane is always fine. I'm always fine.
You seem a little on edge. And I'm gonna just point down to where his claw's just gone through the warding room.
Yeah, and you can see this room was carved into the top of the tree stump and then filled with different herbs and then like sealed with a singe. And you can see where two deep claw marks have gone through one of the lines of it and has shattered it.
Thank you for your concern, Cass. It is just her. Isn't she so exhausting?
A little.
We have
But, you know, sometimes that's good. It pulls you. I sense a kind of kindred spirit thing going on here. And I just wanted to say that while she is exhausting and, you know, full of life, that's good because, you know, for people like us, that's what helps us. That's what Evan does for me. It's a balance. Everything has a balance.
Party, mate.
Mm-hmm. People who are full of life bring us, you know, people that are willing to sit in and study up to a higher level.
True. I mean, you're not wrong. It is always a little bit more chaotic with her around. I wouldn't bring you here if I didn't think that she couldn't help at least, but it's just grates on me that each time I do, she just shuts me down like this. It's very unnerving.
I think that might be because you tend. Excuse me for this, because I'm going to speak the truth and be quite blunt. You insult each other. No wonder you get angry.
There is a reason for this, Cass. I mean, it's not like we just woke up one day next to each other and started shouting at each other. This was... She joined in the academy, the institute, the same time as I did, and... Well... She's just a little bit of a teacher's pet, if you ask me.
I'm sorry, just
That's the one who I would imagine.
wake up next to each other.
I love how you said that, and my brain went, "Oh, hello." But no, I'm just loving the fact that the person who I would normally suspect of being the teacher's pet is accusing someone else of being the teacher's pet.
I love it.
But I'm going to be quiet because I'm not in the conversation.
Yeah, you're eating vegan brownies. Or at least you're being held hostage until you eat the vegan brownies.
They're a little bit like a little bit woody, like what is it called? Like
Hempen.
yeah. They're, you know, it's not the most moist, but it does leave you with a certain relaxed feeling.
Oh god.
Oh
Do I have to call a con save?
that out purposely.
I mean,
then.
it's the morning brownies. It's not the evening brownies. So
Okay,
they're not as, you know,
they're not as
laced.
strong. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, would they have any kind of effect on me because I'm a paladin?
Probably yes, because it's not a disease or anything like that, or a poison.
It's more like a poison.
It's not a poison, I would
It's not
say.
technically a poison.
No. It's a
Alcohol.
hallucinogenic. Well, alcohol's a poison, but
Yeah, but I'd say you'd count it on the lines of alcohol when we start with, but
not necessarily. But
It might be a thing of like amount, like at a certain point become like a poison. Maybe?
Probably for large amount, but yeah, we'll figure that out another interview. And can everyone make a perception check really quick?
Oh.
we watched as Debbie becomes.
I was asking a question, but that's fine.
Oh, sorry. Go on, continue.
No, I was just about. Cass kind of like tilts her head and goes, "Hi, Guile. Did you mean that you two were together once? Is that where all this animosity stems from?"
Certainly not, Cass. Of course not. No. Never. Definitely not.
Ooh, someone doth protest too much.
I mean, that would be something you'd insight.
I don't think I need to incite that.
I think so. That'd be funny. Okay, so.
But I think you two would work very well together. And if you need any help, give me a shout. I am an excellent winkwoman. Evan will tell you so.
Let the Lionel see the satire. Remember, no likey, no lighty.
Dr. Byron is a little bit kind of slack-jawed with your proposal.
Single cat, reveal yourself.
So about those mushrooms.
So
I imagine that was said quite loud to try and just bring everyone's attention. So about.
Yeah, but obviously going back now to the
Perception check.
Evan and Cass. You, obviously, Bex, I'll go off the first one because it was meant to be a flat roll. That's fine.
Of course.
Don't worry about it. You both feel a dull rumble beneath the feet.
Yeah, moves.
That's getting more pronounced. Fairly.
Can't tell what direction it's coming from.
It's coming from a southern direction based off your two rolls. You can feel it's coming towards you from a southerly direction.
Gustav, are you stretching your roots again, or is that something else?
No, dear, sorry, I can't call you dear. Terribly confusing.
Surprised you haven't made that
I
mistake earlier.
suspect something was
What
heading
about
from the
this
south
friend?
direction.
Oh.
I think we should ready ourselves.
Trouble coming. Southwards.
Yes. I'm going to step back a little. Which way south on this map?
But Clarissa, you've experienced this before, and you've set up wardings to protect from this, so it should be fine.
Oh, you don't have to worry. You know, I'm such a good sage that I made sure that this area is protected. Do you think I would sleep here if it wasn't protected? I'm not that stupid.
Darling, slight hiccup, like it's coming and the warding's gone down for some reason.
The wording has gone. What? No, I am an expert room crafter. I mean, they have tried in the past, but they haven't been able to come through.
Everyone's starting to feel the rumbling now.
Oh yeah, it's like
I like how Argyles just took a step away from the stump.
Right.
Everything should be fine.
Try and stay within a decent distance of me. I can heal if needs be. And I know a few of us should be able to heal as well. So let's do this.
Hell yeah. And
what?
Thank you, Astatha, for the raid of 3. It is awesome to see you here. As you feel one source get about underneath where you're stood, Cass, and one source goes past and towards the tent. As busting...
There's crystals inside! No!
Busting out of the ground is...
Oh, God!
What? What?
In hell, Remoras!
Yeah!
Two...
Size of them?
You see the tent erupt and just pots and pans and glass bottles and crystals clatter everywhere. Gustav is lifted up off the floor and kind of breaks in two and falls downward into the pit that's left behind.
Oh, God.
No, Gustav!
As these two blue insectoid-like creatures with orange lines going down their backs and large antennae. But you also see the infection and similarities to the treants and other creatures, where they're covered in an amalgamation of different sizes of fungus and such, as they burst out, leaving holes in the floor. And like the tent and stuff just all collapses and folds into this cavern system that's been left behind. I think we're going to need initiative, guys.
Would I be here and not there? I can't really
I believe the phrase
No,
has become more
you
of a
two got
language.
off the tree, Liam. Like, you weren't on the tree anymore.
Oh.
Where's the remains of the tree, Danny?
Yeah.
In the hole.
I'm
That's
not
underneath
the
it.
safer.
So yeah, Bex, all you got to do is select the token, and then if you roll the initiative, it should come through.
I have.
Can I have Sparky, please?
Oh shit! Yep, you right.
9.
Okay, I gotta go back to the Zarod. Copy.
Fuck.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to select my token before I take the initiative. Sorry, I just had my turn.
It's all right. You can manually change the number. Give me a sec.
Unless it's the monster, then roll 20 does that for you.
Yeah, just add it, doubling it every time.
There we go. You should be able to control Sparky.
2 sparks.
There was 3 actually.
Oh dear.
So,
Oh dear.
Have you re-rolled initiative, Bex?
Alright, okay, and then I changed it to the first one. Yeah, good job.
Not on the list, Danny. Did I roll before you got the list out?
You may have done, yeah. You may have beat me to
Yeah.
it. So re-roll it and then manually input what you got, which is the 20. So then the 17 has got to go to the 6, which is right. Yeah, that's fine. And then you change your 14 to a 20, which I've just done. I've now got to do 2 different Rem 1 and Rem 2. So, Rem 1 gets himself down. Rem 2 gets, yeah.
Who's 1 and who's 2?
The bigger one was 1.
Fuck.
Sorry. I don't chronological order and all that.
That's perfectly fine. I'm not near that one, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, as
And-
these creatures bust out of the ground.
Good work.
Well, I can't do a Chichonia's chittering. I can't do that, so that's about the best
No,
you can get out
that
of me.
was pretty
It was a bit of
damn
a
good for
trail.
what you were expecting, to be honest.
I can't do a chitter, so I will learn.
And you managed to do that without sounding like Xena Warrior Princess, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
draw
no.
that because these are the holes like it's left behind. It
So we cannot
moves
enter the hole.
forward. Oh yeah, you can go in those. Those are deep. It moves up and instinctively goes to. Actually, no. Okay. It's gonna make a bite attack against you.
Me, I take it.
Yeah, you.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
A 26 does indeed
I
hit.
think that misses.
Oh, you think it misses? Okay.
Oh, fucking hell.
Here's the damage. Come
We're
on.
going to die.
Yeah.
Not
I
yet.
want to remind you, you have an ability called Uncanny Dodge.
I do, yes. I'm waiting
Yes,
for.
he does. So you take 24 points of damage.
No, I don't. I'm gonna dodge, do my kind of job, and you can use that reaction to halve the attacker's damage against me.
So you indeed take 12.
Yeah.
Whew. I just need to quickly read a thing that I'm pretty sure Rose and Michael are prepared for.
As I see half my arm get torn.
The Remor... No. The Remoraz makes one bite attack against a medium or small creature. So, the creature, if the target... Oh, wait, no, I'm going to do fire damage as well. Shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So you take an extra... This will still be halved as well. So take another 13 down to 6.
Okay.
Can you...
He doesn't have to make anything, it is just grabbed.
Oh, is it just grabbed? Yeah, so you're grappled as the creature has literally got you with legs dangling out of its mouth, flailing you about as it is attempting to swallow you.
Swallow me next turn, yeah.
Yep.
So this is the big boy one.
That's the big boy one.
Big chunk.
So yeah, it's currently got you grappled. And there's a DC to escape and stuff. The target is restrained, and the Remoraz cannot bite another target. So yeah, you're classed as restrained, which is disadvantage on attacks. You can't move.
Can I break that? Can I?
You can try.
You can use an use an action to try and escape.
It's an action to try and break free.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
one.
please.
Right, make a athletics or acrobatics check.
I'm gonna do acrobatics because that's my best one.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, baby, give me some. That's probably failed miserably.
That's bang on.
Well, okay, so
That's
I'm free.
bang on what needed as you as
Thank
just as the teeth are about to pierce the hardened leather of the armor, you're able to slip out and you can hear the as the teeth rake on the leather and you slip out and land on the floor covered in this boiling saliva.
Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna get the hell out of there because obviously I can do disengage. So you
For
ain't
a
gonna
bonus
get me.
action, yeah.
I'm going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So lads, I'm going behind you two. And just a bonus action just that.
Yeah, and is that everything?
Well, I want to try and stealth, but there's nothing to stealth with really.
You can't
so-
stealth, you use your bonus
Exactly.
action and your
That's
action.
what I'm saying. I'd like to, but I'm not going to.
Okay, so moving on. Cass.
Okay.
You've got right in front of you. This is not as big, but still big for you. This creature that just emanates heat and chitterous acidity, as well as spores from the fungus that's attached to its chitterous carapace.
Cool. I'm going to disengage as an action, which I can do.
You
I
can.
can't
Well,
do it as a
anyone
bonus
can
action, but I
disengage
can
as
do
an
it as an
action.
action. Yeah. And I'm going to run.
That's smart.
Oh, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to get to here. Can I actually get to... Yeah, I'm going to get to here, and I'm going to healing word over to Persephone.
Yeah.
She just took a
Standard
massive
level?
hit. Second level.
Okay.
Well, I think she's got a similar number of hit points to me, and she can't take many hits like that. Second level. Da-da-da. Sorry.
But obviously, that's going to be the end of your turn, isn't it? Healing.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is, while you get the dice rolling, because it won't affect, Boomer, you're next up in line. You see these two huge creatures that are bored out of the ground. One's took a sizable bite out of Persephone. The other one is kind of in between everybody at this point. What you do?
Boom.
To boom?
Big bada boom.
Take 12 points of healing, Persephone.
Okay, I'm going to move
Which I think was most of the health back, actually.
down to next to Professor.
Yeah, because it's about half of the damage healed back.
Yeah, you healed the bite, not the burn, but the bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And has an action. I'm going to go to summon the cannon.
Okay, what damage
That
format?
was so weird with the roboticness going on.
Oh.
It will be force damage.
Force damage, okay.
Yeah. So I need to getting warmed up.
Hell yeah. So again, the tripodic metallic cog-driven cannon just...
We move fast as well.
It's gonna fire.
It is. Boom, baby.
Which
A big
target?
one.
The big one.
Big bad one.
Okay, roll to hit, my boy. Oh, yeah, it hits. That hits Indeedus for 12 damage. Yep, it's not subtracted. It takes the full. As this cannon, and you kind of don't see it. It hits and strikes as a small, tiny portion of the carapace just bends in and folds and cracks.
Oops.
It's a good shot.
Boom, baby.
Is that you done though?
Yes.
Okay. Evan, my boy, I believe it is you that is next.
Oh no.
Oh no, is he gone?
Right.
Oh.
Oh, I'm here. No, I'm here. I will I will move up to try and 15. Kind of move to about here.
Mm-hmm.
2. I'm going to make a strike at both of them
One each. Yeah.
with the glaive.
Which one first?
What?
Big one first, then littler.
Big boy, go for it.
Mistake.
Unfortunately, as the glaive tink strikes down and it hits the carapace but gleams off as the armor is designed in a way to deflect. But the second one, however, you manage to catch it in a softer piece as it's got its back to you and not prepared. Make the damage.
So that's the little one, right?
You hit the little one, yeah. they're not intended to face you with their backs, so their armor on the back is not as great as you deal 5 points of slashing damage. Not great, but it's
no.
smite.
I get to reroll. I get to reroll the 1.
Ooh. Oh yeah, 'cause you're a great weapon master. Nice.
Yeah, I managed to roll 3 extra.
As the glaive goes in about 1/4 of an inch, and you just rake it down and pull away as some of the like bright orange viscous blood just where the wound is, as it just recoils, as it's not happy with you.
Of course. It's
Sneezed. Alright.
Dear, you're up, my boy.
Okay. So
As
I'm going to use my
literal
action.
Panic at the Discotheque is going on right now.
I'm going to use my action to awaken my symbolic entity.
Yeah, because between the combat, about 3/4 of the party is also getting very mild hallucinations. So this is like the weirdest rave ever.
Yeah. I can't use. That's my temporary HP, extra bit of smashing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Thingamajig.
Yeah. So you're activating your Ring of Spores ability.
Yep. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to do something a bit new.
Ooh.
I am going to cast for my bonus action, Healing Spirit.
Nice.
So that dice.
Well, it's
Not
when
sure.
somebody goes through it.
Yeah.
Where are you casting it?
D&D, and I'm going to cast it.
Just do a little squiggle or something.
That's meant to be a cat, which turned out very badly.
That's a
Wait,
cat.
can you put the healing spirit next to the monster?
I'm gonna move it away and destroy the cat first.
I was thinking then, sorry, Lee. I'm like, what are you doing there?
Oh no! Oh no!
No.
The rest of this stream is with me trying to move this thing.
Yeah.
I'll move deer back in a second. I'll just put by Persephone. I think she might need it a little bit.
Okay.
Forward.
Okay.
A,
There we
a little bit. A hell of a
Actually,
yeah.
I can put it on you and can move it afterwards. Actually, so yeah. And my cat has got slightly deformed.
Do I get 3 HP? Yeah.
On your turn, you roll 1d6 and you get that much HP.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But it's only got 6 charges, so
Okay. Well, I'm down 50% of my HP. I
Damn.
got 1 attack.
yeah.
That would have.
But you
would
get
have killed me.
1d6 back.
So
Let's say, didn't you take 12 points of healing?
Who from? Sorry.
Cass, healing word.
Cass.
Oh, did you? Sorry, I went to get a drink. I
No,
missed
that's
that one,
fine.
sorry.
But is that you,
Yeah,
Liam, done
healing, 12
entirely?
points.
I'm just gonna move back.
Yeah,
Just 1
everyone
second.
just runs.
Then that's me done.
Yeah. Argyle, you see in front of you this creature bursts forward out of the ground and goes to take a bite at you. Then gets hit in the back. And its attention quickly turns as it then lunges forward and goes to take a bite out of Evan. I just had to delete Gustav, I am sorry. Because he got smooshed.
No, it's so much to live for.
Yeah, you can resummon him in a day or two. Oh no, Michael, I am sorry.
No, you're not.
This is gonna hurt. Yep, this is gonna hurt. Okay. So the 3d10 instantly maxes, so it's 30 plus plus 25, so that's 55 points of damage.
Jesus.
Plus 12 points of fire damage. No, plus 18 points of fire damage.
So how much is that grand total?
55
Oh my God.
plus 18, 65, 73.
73.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me Michael's down.
What's your max?
My max is 42.
84.
You just killed him.
No, it was close though. And to be fair, I near enough max rolled on everything because look at them 3d10s. Oh, so
So Danny.
oh yeah.
So is it meant to be D10s then?
It's meant to be D10s. The Remoraz, the adult one, I nerfed a little bit on the damage. Because it's meant to be 6d10 for the adult Remoraz, but I did it as d6s.
They
Whereas
did
Yeah, I
61
noticed.
for the little one.
the little one's 3d10.
No, 3D10.
Oh, 3D.
It's 3D10
Yeah,
for the little one and it's
The
6
adult
for the
one's
big one.
meant to be 6d10,
it's correct,
but I
isn't it?
purposefully nerfed it because I wanted this creature thematically. So you know how I do. I always adjust stats and tweak and play. Fuck.
Yeah, we figured.
Can you make a constitution? You no, you
No,
can't. You
I can't. Roll the D100.
Please roll me a d100 for what injury you.
Hang on,
sustained.
actually, no. What is it? Sorry. Yeah, I can't beat it with anything. so-
Well, I
so-
just dealt you like you needed like a con save of like a 30 something.
You can't do it.
It's impossible.
Injury.
Yeah.
91.
91. I got the top end.
I was gonna say high is good, and for the guests and people watching, injuries, because people rarely ever go down at the minute. Injuries is something we do when people go unconscious, just because it prevents Jack in the Box combat a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Prevents whacking
91
away.
memorable scar. Advantage on intimidation checks and persuasion checks as an impressive scar is left on your body. It lasts forever. And yeah, you in your back, you see like as the teeth
I would see.
as the teeth sink in and tear the flesh, it kind of leaves a divot and crater in your skin. And the cauterization from the heated saliva that boils the flesh has left this almost like shredded flesh type thing that looks fucking cool. And the stories you could tell about that later, we'll see. So yeah, forever, if you use that scar in some form or another during an intimidation or persuasion check, you'll have advantage. That's pretty fucking cool. Out of what can happen, that was really fucking good.
Yeah. I'll take
Jeez,
it.
my boy. Yeah, I mean, you could have got a 1 and just died. So, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or I could roll the 100 and it's get up and take a free turn or something like that.
Yeah. The injury table's not all bad, but that was good. But Grey Tail. You just watch that happen in front of you. You see the armor get peeled open like a can opener and the flesh rended and burnt and sizzled. He falls down, unconscious, possibly dead.
So I was excited to fight the big bads and then see the
And then
damage
what-
they do.
and then-
Oh no.
Yeah. I'll move up.
You know that meme? You know where there's the black guy that's got the big goofy smile and then the oh.
Yeah.
It's kind of like yeah, oh.
Oh. Punch.
Roll punch. Is this on the
Roll
little one, I
punch.
assume?
Boot.
Yeah.
Okay. 15 does hit, and it takes 13 points of damage. Not
Come
too bad.
Floy.
Hang on a
Like,
sec.
you've got another punch first.
You've got another attack now.
No, I can do punch. I can do flurry and blows on both of them.
As you punch,
No, you can do an
No,
attack with both.
I can do that
You
after
two
this.
attacks in your turn.
as you punch out and you crack some of the chitters, your hand kind of gets caught and some of its blood gets onto your fur and paws. You take 7 points of fire damage. As its blood literally burns like boiling water.
Damn.
But yeah, you get two attacks as an action now, Matt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I'll do the flurry first.
Okay,
That's the first flurry.
that hits.
And can it make a strength save?
Yep, you also take a further 6 points of damage.
He has it to another time as well.
Oh.
Hmm?
Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't see the second from the initial.
Oh yeah.
So 9 points of damage as well.
Yes. So you take on top of the 7, you take another 6 and an 8 points of damage, and I need to make a strength save.
Mm-hmm.
So let me quickly top this damage up. So I've got to add the 9 and then that 12. Its strength is plus 4.
Yeah, it's a strong boy.
14.
Oh, passes.
Unlucky. But yeah, you start your hands like the fur peels back slightly and scalds like as you've just taken a combined total of 21 points of fire damage in rebut.
Ooh.
And you have one more punch to go still.
Yep.
Which you can try and make another save if you want.
Yeah, I am doing. Yeah. So punch, flurry.
So
Final punch, 23 to hit.
strength saving throw is
Well,
there.
no, you can make it.
Oh shit!
Well,
Oh, I
is it?
have to hit it first with the flurry.
You did. You did.
It has to hit with the
You rolled a
flurries.
23.
You have. That's the fourth attack, Matt.
you rolled a 23.
Yeah, the
That's not
20, the 23 was a normal punch.
No, the
Oh.
flurry. The flurry isn't a separate one every time.
Was it
You
not?
get 4 attacks total per
Yeah.
round if you use flurry of blows.
And you take 5 points of fire damage from that last attack. It's not advised to punch whatever this is,
No.
as both of your hands, like you just kind of hold your hands up and just like, "Ah!" and you stick them in the snowy earth beneath you.
Another save.
The strength
Strength.
save. Yep. I'll re-roll it because
Yeah.
I rolled it preemptively. 15.
That shit.
It lives. It lives.
I'm trying to push it back in the hole.
It's still kind of in the hole. It's climbing out. Get in there.
And I move away.
You move away. Okay. And because of your mobile feat, I can't make an attack of opportunity.
Nope.
Where's he moving?
Away.
You can though. I think.
Can what?
Nothing. I thought my memory was saying something. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got the mobile feat in it because we had this issue with the Treant battle.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that one.
No, he's technically leaving
Clarissa.
Big Sky.
Oh, yeah, you.
It is you. You see them burst out and destroy your entire campsite. You watch as one of your new friends is taken down in but a single strike, and in an attempt to defend the Tabaxi, punched shit out of the little one, and his hands are now almost on fire entirely.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Sprink.
Sproink!
Over the backsy.
Did you just say Sproink?
That's real.
Okay, I maybe we'll go with it.
Clarissa jumps over to the backseat.
Yeah.
And then she leans down towards Evan, and she says, "In the name of Sylvanas, I heal you. Get up, new friend. Get up." And I will cast Cure Wounds at level 3.
Oh, swanky.
Pulling out the big guns.
We needed the big guns.
Bring all the
I'm
guns.
saving it for Revivify. I expect people to die.
Oh god.
So yeah, you get 14 points of healing as
The immediate healing.
as the scalding heat of pain you felt in your back, the pain subsides. The heat's still there as the divine warmth floods through you, and your consciousness returns with a face full of sawdust and dirt, and the slight smell of baked herbs.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Hightail it, Evan. Hightail it.
So you have 10. You've used 10 foot of movement. You have more if you wish to use it.
Am I in anyone's threat range right now?
You don't know. You've never encountered these before.
That's true. That's true.
You could be.
Well,
You could. Not
I'm a
be.
little satyr who is a little bit skittish, so Sprink!
Just bouncing over this cat's head. Just boing, boing, boing.
Yeah, and with I forget the name of the ability, but there is an ability with satyrs where they can do like a mega jump. It makes sense.
Yeah, I'm using that. I'm using that. I'm using
But
it.
yeah, no, it doesn't reach out at you, although it does snap towards you, but can't. Doesn't reach.
Alright. Okay, I do another test jab. Sprink! And then you stop there.
Okay.
Oh.
So propping up the foot of the board was the Argyle.
Yeah. Things have happened. Changing minds like on the fly.
Yeah. I get that.
Okay, I'll go with Plan F.
Fuck it and run.
No.
Time to initiate preparation H.
Tease it.
Plan F in chat. Argyle will get down on all fours and do some scampering around the edge here, and on the way tell Sparky, "Get ready to spit, Sparky." As he goes underneath one of the legs, he will on all fours arch his back and then do a deafening roar at this creature here. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Actually move there. 10. Yeah. This one
A
too.
3.
They both need to make
Okay,
wisdom saving throw.
so the little one rolled a 3. The big one rolled an 18.
Okay. The little one fails. Is now frightened of this Kiter.
Oh, kitty maid.
But the big one passes. And for his action, God, what was he gonna do? As he's growling, you can see his mane flare up, but with little white sparks coming off of his whiskers as they form an aura around him. Within of a 30-foot radius, there's these white sparkle fireflies around him. And Sparky will spit.
30-foot aura. Sparky will spit. Roll to hit.
Sparky spits. Come on, Sparky. You can do it. Just right.
Sparky spit some fire.
Just do it.
Spit some burning
Don't
hot
let your
fire.
dreams be dreams.
Okay. Oh, he needs to roll. He needs to roll to attack. Sorry. I mean, I didn't do the roll to attack. That's damage.
Oh, okay.
That was the.
Oh yeah, it's a 1d6. I was gonna say, okay, that's fine.
16 to hit.
Oh no, I got it in my eye.
16 to hit, and that's fire damage?
Yes.
Okay. You watch as Sparky and spits, and it hits. No effect.
That's what I wanted to hear.
No damage, unfortunately.
No fire.
That's happened when you rely on Argyle.
Oh, the shade.
Try and die. Could you not twist the knife at this very moment? Try not to.
But yeah,
This is not the time.
Argyle, you watch as this one is seemingly immune to fire damage.
Immune.
Immune.
As in, fire has no effect.
Immune.
Unfortunately so. Is that everything?
That's everything.
Okie doke. Back to the big boy.
Oh no.
Spotting out the corner of its eye, one bolt away, it's gonna chase after it. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Big one. Right.
As it gets to there.
Don, what exact route did it take then? Does that have interest?
It went like that.
Okay.
Like straight across to the left and then down slightly.
Okay.
Michael, it has left your effectuation range if you wish.
I will attempt to make an attack at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because you are prone, but you have the chance.
Oh.
You got the power!
Hang on, you say you're prone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
have
got down.
Oh, you're down.
Yeah,
still.
because remember, he got knocked unconscious, so he fell to the floor. If he was...
What about the
Go on.
shield? The
The shield?
infusion I give you. The infusion I give you.
What infusion? My brain's forgotten.
Do you want to
Hang
quickly
on,
remind
it's,
him?
Yeah, I'm just not looking for it now.
I'm digging up Tasha so I can find out myself.
Well, it's going to use its action to carry on anyway and dash, as it can't... Oh, actually... No, it can't reach. So it's going to use its action to quickly spin and dash around and kind of catch you on the flank.
Why is it coming from me?
Because you're running, it sees you running, and like a wild animal, it chases. You know, like you know
It
when they
picks me up.
you know when they say like against like bears and stuff, don't run because you'll get them interested. You ran.
Uh-oh.
Otherwise, it was either it was going to attack Evan because it hit him, or it saw you at the corner of its eye, start pegging it after the little one seemingly had Evan. So it was like, oh, I'm going for you.
Oh, was this the armor of magical strength, by the way?
Yeah, I was thinking, does it apply though to the situation?
It doesn't apply in this situation. If it was an attempt to actually knock me prone, then I can avoid it. But given the fact that I was driven to the ground unconscious,
yeah, I thought that.
Consciousness will do that if you lose it. Don't lose consciousness, guys. It's important.
Okay, so myself,
Good advice.
I'm going to roll d6
Says the nameless guy.
that healing thing.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
So I've got
Everything
5
else.
charges left.
And then I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 to there. And I'm going to shoot this one.
Okay, go for it.
Look how they massacred my boy.
That's a short sword. I'm pretty sure that we're not in range for short sword.
I think it's the same roll though. That's the thing. Is what you're saying.
Okay, so not bad though. So yeah, it does hit, and it gets dealt a total of 17 points of damage. Nice, 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 nice.
So there's my bonus action to stealth.
Okay. Roll stealth.
I think I'm hiding.
Okay, you think you're hiding. And we move on to Castlevania. Almost easy, me boy.
Just cast it.
That's the second Lion King reference we've had today.
Yeah. Sorry, my plans are changing quickly at the moment, so.
The battlefield is a thing that changes often. Preparation, you
So
must.
if I get. So can I? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to run there. And would like to cast Bless. I'm casting it on Greytail, Evan, and let's go for who else has been doing damage, you think?
So
Cannon.
I have done nothing yet.
I can't do breath on
I've only
account, then
healed.
you get a bless. You get a bless. No one
I
else.
am
let's
honorary
pop it
healer.
on our new friend Dr. Argyle. 'Cause everyone else is out of range.
Okay.
Argyle.
So those three have
And
since
then-
been blessed.
With my bonus action, never mind. I was gonna do something, but I'm not going to now because that seems dangerous because of
You
how
sure?
close I am. Yep.
Okay.
Ah, we'll be fine.
Boom.
You're going to die anyway.
Rumor. Okay, the cannon's still locked on to the big boy.
Onto
It
the
wants a
big
piece of it.
boy. Okay.
It wants a piece of it.
I will say where it is, it's technically going to get cover because of this large creature that's kind of blocking. You can move easy enough to circumvent that if you can move the turret.
The cannon can move, I believe.
So what's blocking my path in a minute?
The other one.
The humongous one that's in between.
Right. Okay, so I'll
It
move
provided
the
with
cannon,
half cover.
cannon there.
Yep, it circumvents it. It just, yeah, it didn't make much of a difference, but yeah, you know me.
Yeah. And it's going to take a pot at it.
Shoot away, boy. Shoot away. Given the destabilization from the quick fleet-footedness of your turret, as it aims, snap aims and shoots, its turret was leaning back slightly as it wasn't quite ready and shoots into the sky. No effect. That's your bonus action, I believe?
Bonus action, yeah. And then as my action, I am going to cast Shatter on the little one.
Oh. So we need to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, which it makes. So it'll take 4 points of thunder damage.
And hang on, I also get to add a D8 to it.
Yeah.
You do because of the wand
Arcane.
infusement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The arcane firearm.
So an extra
4
2.
points.
Not bad, not bad.
Take every little help.
Mm-hmm. Any movement in you, or are you gonna stand there like a lily-livered halfling?
I'm going to move
Okay,
a little bit forward.
nice.
And then end my turn.
And I'm gonna put a trap card face down in defense mode, and move on to Evan.
Yeah.
Who's sniggering? Who the fuck is making noises? It's Liam, of course. It's Liam.
stand
Why
up.
did I even question it? Of course, it's fucking Liam. Evan.
I stand up.
Mm-hmm. And you can kind of see some of the shards of metal that are falling out of this creature's mouth from where it struck you.
Okay. I've got a D4 to add to this, so
Attack
I'm gonna be
rolls and
stupid.
saving throws.
Yep.
By the
Yep.
way, bless people.
Okay, I'm going to make an attack with. I'm going to grab them all,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to make an attack at it.
Go for it. Roll ahead.
I've got a D4 to add to that.
You have.
Hey. Oh.
I will use my channel divinity to add a +5.
That'll do it. A 17 will hit. Literally
And
everything
I'm-
went into this. Fair enough.
I'm trying to make this fucking attack land, and I'm going to make it a smite.
Do it, do it.
Yes.
Hightail it! Hightail it!
I
And
tail it, high die.
in,
Cheese it.
in rebuttal, you do take 4 points of fire damage.
Ooh. Still, 35 points of damage ain't bad.
Okay, so as Michael, as Evan stands up, turns around and just drops stabs the head of the glaive into the floor, so standing up, grab the maul off your back, and you just do like a full-on baseball swing with it. As it comes to lunge in for another bite, you kind of catch it on the jaw, you just hear a sickening as the Chitonius carapace just shatters on impact. On top of that, as the carapace breaks, you pump your smite into it, and you just watch divine energy swell at the head of the maul and just explode out in a flash of energy. As you're then coated in various guts, as this creature, its entire lower portion of its head is removed and dies.
Yay.
Yay!
We did it
And to be fair, it was about to come up to its turn, so that was a great fucking time to kill it.
It's like, you damned me.
As like the lower half of it was still in the hole, it kind of falls backwards, and you can see it's the 3/4 of it slop back into its hole, with the head just like, well, what's left of the head just kind of like flopping over the side.
Floppy.
Nice work. Nice work.
Clarice, it's a sage for you.
Oh, no. Oh.
13.
Oh, it's running. He's about to.
I can't. Unfortunately,
you
I've grabbed the glaive again as I'm moving, but unfortunately, I'm too far out of range too.
Oh yeah, like
Fighting.
we'll say you got the glaive, like it was more of a, it was flavour.
Yeah.
Oh, because you had to stand up.
Oh yeah, I did have to stand up, so hang on, I'm actually a bit further back.
Yeah,
5,
Sorry.
10, 15.
Yeah,
Nope, that's fine. I'd forgotten myself.
You just pick the glaive up out the ground and you slowly, methodically walk to this big fucker like, you're next. But who is truly next is Dia.
Okay, do my bonus action first. I'm going to get Kitty over to Michael for some healing.
Mm-hmm.
Not Michael.
Evan.
Michael's
Evan.
character.
Yeah, we're forgetting.
Yeah.
Getting Evan and Michael mixed up. Not good.
No.
I don't even sound the name, but sure.
Then I'm just going to
Ah,
5, 10, 15, 20. So a good view of him.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do a bit of erupting earth.
Ooh.
the thing comes crawling out of the ground. Explode the earth beneath it.
Nice, I like it.
Okay,
So
so
just,
he needs to make a
do the
dexterity
area.
saving throw.
Yeah.
No. It's going to take 12 points of bludgeoning.
Does that knock it prone, or does it do anything else? Or...
It's tough for difficult terrain, the area it's on, and he's 20 foot in the air basically.
Oh,
Because it's like a cube that just goes whoop.
okay.
It doesn't do that. It doesn't. It's about 20-foot area and just blast it into the sky. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it'll like just plump back onto the ground. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Is that you done?
That's me done, yeah.
Okay, Grey Tail, you see this big creature. It's coming for you. Look out! He's gonna bite you!
It held its action, didn't it?
No, it hasn't held its action. It dashed.
Oh, did it?
It got to here and then had to dash, and basically because it had plenty of speed left, it went round you to block off the way you were running. So as you were running, it suddenly catches up and kind of blocks off the path, and you nearly bump into it.
I'm going to have to disengage. So if I hit it, I'm going to have another alley.
Are you sure you don't want to hit it?
No.
I know why Michael's panicking.
I can go.
No, I'm not panicking. I'm just like he's just running up and saying, "Oh no, literally just shaking his hands at it, going, "No."
Yeah, I'm gonna have a potion as well.
Okay, chug a potion. Bonus action to self-administer.
Mm-hmm. It's 2d400.
2d4 plus 2 if it's a standard, yeah.
Plus 2, so 7.
Mm-hmm.
7. Yep.
Ah.
Because it's 2d4
It's amazing
plus 2,
the thing.
4d4
It's amazing the
plus
things
4.
you remember when somebody else does it.
Yeah, because it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 plus the amount of dice roll. Because a thing that I heard Mercer say for the amount of dice is a plus. It's basically like magic missile.
Magic missile. It's magic missile, but
Magic missile in a bottle that doesn't kill you.
And I'm done.
Okay.
Well, if you chug 2 potions at the same time, technically it could.
Hello, Clarissa.
Hello.
It is your turn.
All right.
You watch the smaller one fall to the floor with its heavy wounds. The other one that is borderline untouched is still very much alive and very angry.
All right. Serves it right for her, the Gustav. All right.
Actually, no, he hurt the tent. The little one killed Gustav.
Yeah. That was like my biggest like wrath towards that thing, but now it's dead. So I strike.
You can kick it afterwards.
I wouldn't. It probably still would burn you.
Oh, it will. You just kick it. It's like, you fucker.
Well, I pranced over there with my springs.
Okay, you sprink.
And then I'm gonna look at this big bad thing and say, "You destroyed my tent!" And I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
And it's going to be Gustav, but with like huge anime eyes and like rosy cheeks and like a mean anime mouth expression.
Oh my god. I've just give you control of the tree. You should be able to move it.
Right, I wanted to place it just by the tree because it does a 60 feet range.
Yeah, you should be able to move this token freely now.
Yeah,
The dark
exactly
green.
there. That's great. And then I want to attack with it I just need to find it in my
Yeah.
list.
Yeah, like the animated spiritual weapon of Anime Gustav just puts on some shades, cracks knuckles, and just takes a punch.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you know, the deal with its shades that just float out of nowhere.
18.
18 hits. Roll damage.
Um,
9 points of damage. Michael, Rose, you two might be able to clarify this. Do spiritual weapons technically have hit points, or they can't be affected, can they?
They can't be affected.
That's
no.
fine then. I thought
Yeah.
that was the case, but I wanted to clarify. But yeah, so
I mean, spiritual weapons an excellent idea.
this
I
this
know.
smaller
I only have excellent ideas.
this smaller and concentrated form of Gustav with big doughy anime eyes and just these deal with it shades just float down as he just bang, bang, and just punches out.
All right, and then as my main action, I like to get like shade over my eyes and like, you will pay by decay, and I will
Okay.
cast Toll the Dead.
Nice. So that's a wisdom save.
Yes.
4. So you take 2d12 because it's upgraded. Because I remember it's now upgraded.
Yep. Yes. 15 damage.
Ooh, nice.
Fucking hell.
Gee, okay, you have pretty much doubled the damage it's taken in a turn. As it now, actually no, you exactly doubled the damage that it had taken.
Nice.
So it had taken 2 lots of 12 damage. You just went in and went, I got 24 total, bitch. Stop.
I got my horse out.
Hell yeah, that's a lot of damage. Is that you done?
Wait till
now?
it's a-
Yeah, because you've used all your movement now.
Yeah, I will sprung all
Pyramid.
the way I can.
So for Dr. Pyramane's bonus action, a firefly will flit around in this aura and land on the top of Evan's head, and he will feel healing damage.
The best kind
the
of
healing damage.
No.
Of 11 healing damage from a firefly through his aura of vitality.
Nice.
And as an action,
Good, I might actually be able to take another hit if I get near this thing.
You got 1d6 coming as well, remember?
Yay!
I'm helping.
That 1d6 might be just what keeps me alive when it next hits me.
It might.
Yeah.
So there's a heal.
yeah, it's just because.
Is that that's action in it?
No, bonus action.
Okay, nice.
The action was to get the aura up. And like looks over to Clarissa.
Wait,
over.
wasn't the aura last turn?
Yes, the aura is
No.
a concentration.
But surely you still have your action to still do other stuff. It's
Yeah, no, that was the thing. It was his action
Yeah.
last turn to set it up. Now he's got an action to do something.
Bonus action to heal with it whilst it's up. And now I have
yeah.
my action
Yeah.
to.
It's right. I got confused and I thought you were saying that you'd used your action this turn, as in like for the thing, and I'm like, but that was that's all why I got confused. That's fine. I thought you were
that's
shafting
fine.
yourself out of an action. I was gonna be like,
No. I have my action here.
no, that's fine. That's fine.
So as the firefly kind of does its thing, Argyle will look over the corpse of this creature, push his glasses up his snout as he looks over at Clarissa and just goes, "I'm not going to be outdone." And he traces some natural magic sigils in the air, and his claw scratches along the air as waves of water come out of his claws.
Okay.
And over here, going this way, a massive tidal wave will just wash across the entire creature.
Oh, nice.
Needs a dex save.
Dex. Oof.
Yep.
Yep.
I thought it'd be strength. Oof.
Nope.
Oh, it's
It still
takes the damage.
damage.
Still takes
well,
it's half damage, isn't it? But doesn't get
half
pushed.
damage. Yeah, it doesn't get knocked prone.
That was unlucky. I've rolled so many nat 20s tonight. God damn.
Yeah, we know.
And he's like, you
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
And as you watch
water
as
damage.
through the vapor in
Blood
the
nose
air
biting.
and the dense snow just suddenly warms and goes into water, a tidal wave rises up out of the very earth itself and just washes over this creature. And you can just hear the hissing and sizzling as the steam produced. Like a mini fog cloud happens and the wind sweeps away and this creature, just bitter and chitterous, just growls out of it back.
And as I look over to Sparky, I say, "Help this one get closer." Oh wait, no, you don't want to move, do you? You want to stay there for the heal.
Yeah.
Okay. Then instead, it will be Sparky. Let's back up, and he will kind of almost erupt into a little tiny explosion. And he and Dr. Pyramane will teleport 15 feet backwards.
Yeah. So Sparky does like a little and farts, and you end up jumping.
Sproink.
Not a human, you do it. Can't understand my moves.
He didn't even have to jump. He just goes, "I'm here now."
It does it in such a deadpan way, like Sproink.
Yeah, you're trying to like use her
This is why
tactics.
you have no friends, so charisma.
Okay, is that you done?
That's me done. Yeah.
Okay.
Ouch, turn.
Looking for the source of that horrific gong and psionic energy, it locks eyes on Clarissa and has exactly enough movement to go. Boop.
Ouch, James.
Oh shit! No,
don't
no,
think
no.
It's double movement.
Yep.
It's-
So that's no. It's no. Yeah, you're right. So actually, no. So it's 10, 20, 30. No, 30. That's lucky. If it wasn't for that, like, it was gonna nom on Clarissa, and it's actually gonna then use its
Oh dear.
dash to whoosh, just to run up, and it's getting ready to take a big nom noms on the satire.
Not the norm.
Later.
I say
It's not
satire.
She's not comedy.
That's why
I mean,
it's
she's
a
comedy
form of
gold, but
comedy.
she's not comedy.
This is like orchid juice all over again.
Oh, look, I think it's just suddenly got its 60-10 back.
Can Cass and Evan both make wisdom saving throws?
Boom.
No,
Oh,
it's
Rose
not-
can, but Cass
Piss-
can't.
but
It's not Cass's fault.
Pissing off the DM. Natural 20. I've already got that one, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take half of 17 d20s.
Oh god.
And you rolled out. I don't give a fuck.
Persephone, it is your turn.
Yeah, so I'll
I feel
go.
something.
Pew. Please go pew.
Thinking, I'm gonna go 5, 10, and take a shot at it.
Okay.
Bum bum bum. Make sure I pick the right weapon this time.
Good dear.
Nice. And that
Jesus.
hits for 22 damage.
I'll go back there and stealth.
Okay, roll stealth.
Well, you hit him last time. You should have had advantage on your attack.
It could see it. Could see
Yeah.
Persephone.
That's
Yeah, see-
Tremor
Yeah,
Oh,
tremor
tremor
sense.
sense.
This. Yeah, you're not hiding from this thing.
I think I'm
No.
still hiding, but
Yeah.
not too late.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't know
you're
different.
not aware you've been rumbled, or you never actually truly hidden. But for the sake of mechanics, Carl, it's got tremor sense. It can feel your vibrations.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying to Carl, not to Persephone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good chunk of damage still, though. Cass, its primary target is not you, but to still see such a creature in front of you,
Charging.
it's not a pleasant sight, I must say.
It's okay, I've dealt with worse. And Cass is going to kind of like raise her hands up with her holy symbol in one, and you see the bioluminescent, octopi and raccoons and foxes start to glow around her, and I cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay, nice.
Okay, there you go. 15 feet around me. So it's on their turn.
Yeah. But still,
Speed is
look,
hard.
as you can see, it's... I had to change the colour so it didn't clash with Pyrocats.
I can't see Pyrocats. Pyromanes.
Oh. I don't think
I can
I've
see
made...
mine. I mean, I technically can see it on the screen, but I'm not looking at that.
I wonder if I've done...
No, we can't see the auras. That's the thing.
Give me a moment. Can you see it now?
Yep, we can
Yes.
see it.
Okay, I know the setting I need to change then. There you go. I thought, because obviously I can see, I assumed you guys could, my bad.
I need to remember that if we need to do auras in the future.
No, please.
Then again.
Yeah, because I can set them up, I just always forget, because the default is you can't see them. The bless you.
Sorry, I wasn't muted. Sorry.
Are you done, Cass?
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom. Okay, Boomer goes to the cannon like, correct yourself and prepare for some more booming. Takes another.
This time, damn it.
As it takes another.
You're letting me down in
full
front of
shot.
everyone.
Oh yeah.
There.
Fire!
That does hit. That
Oh,
does hit for 8 points of force damage as you just hit it and it kind of grazes off the side of its Chitterous face and you break off one of the like antenna things that dangle.
Boom.
It's got 3 others left, but you still broke one off, so not bad.
Yeah.
And you have your action.
I am going to cast Shatter again.
Nice. That's wisdom again, isn't it?
Constitution, I think.
What was
In a
it?
second, he'll tell you when he
Con.
rolls.
Con. 8. So it takes 12 points of thunder damage.
And the damage.
And you get to roll another d8 for the damage, don't you?
Oh, damn it.
9. 13
So-
points of thunder damage.
That'll do. That'll do.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. And we move now down to Eventine. Come
Get an
on
idiot right
down.
Don't forget your D6. Oh,
Like a D6.
no. Mashing.
It's not bad, it's above average, just.
Here's something I need to understand.
Mm,
Danny,
yes.
if I'm attacking at distance, but I'm still effectively flanking, do I get flank?
Oh. Allow me to peer into the...
Flanking's melee only.
Yeah, I thought I thought it was. I just wanted to read it as rules written.
I would say it's still flanking, but it's just one of those things of like,
Yeah, no,
unless
no,
I
no.
need to be within
I
5
know what you
feet.
mean. I've just picked up the DMG. I'm just finding what page it's on. So, because
Well, flanking technically doesn't exist in 5e, so you can choose whatever you want. But I think it is because it's a melee attack.
I just found it. It's on 251.
Well, it's a variant rule too if you have advantage or not through with flanking, but it's more about threat range rather than like attacking to stand and
Yeah.
threat the creature in within threat range.
That's it, 'cause I think if you go against it, it's a little
Okay,
bit like nerving.
flanking on squares. So, flanking on squares. When a creature and at least one of its allies are adjacent to an enemy on opposite sides or corners of the enemy's space, they flank that enemy. Each of them has advantage on melee attack rolls against that enemy, which is still technically a melee attack roll. When in doubt about whether two creatures flank, trace an imaginary line if it crosses. So, technically, yeah. It's still a melee attack, but with reach.
Yep.
So I would allow it because it specifies with a melee attack, and you're using a melee weapon with reach, which is still melee, technically.
So I'm going to move around to.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, fully
At
understand it.
rules
It's just
as
trying
written, it sounds like that would be allowed because you're so long as the person you can draw the line through the creature, which you've got with both of them.
Yep.
You can't have double advantage.
I specifically stepped for I
Roll 4
specifically
times.
Yeah.
It just rolls 3 dice. Imagine if like advantage stacking or disadvantage stacking was a thing. That would be amazingly awful at the same
Oh, yeah.
time. Because also there's
It's-
times where you'll have like
Technically-
there's also times when you have like 5 disadvantages at one roll.
Yeah.
Like it would come round, but I would never do it because it'd be chaotic as fuck. But it'd be fun.
The easiest way to do it, and it's technically possible, is with Alvin accuracy. If you take the feat and you have advantage on the roll, it doesn't state that it's advantage. It's you roll an additional d20. It's the way it's worded. You can
Yeah.
bend it a bit. It's in Xanathar's, by the way,
Yeah.
everybody.
But
Sorry.
no, it's fine.
I
But no.
apologise to DMs in advance.
But no, you are flanking. You may attack with Great Weapon Master at advantage, and that just hits.
Or smashing.
I also, I'd say, just for the sake of it,
Nice. 21 hits.
you're getting another smite, my friend.
Oh. Well, you killed the last one with a smite. Can you do it this time?
Probably not. But here's another 2d8. I really hope it's 2d8, not 3, because it's really annoying if I've been getting that wrong.
No, it is 2d8.
Divine Smite. Extra damage is 2d8 for a level 1, yeah, and then 1 for each one extra,
Mhm.
yeah.
And if it's undead, which it's not,
That's
you get an
not
extra.
the right one, that's d4s.
Right, you do an extra 6 damage.
9, I rolled the 2d8 straight after.
Okay.
29 points of damage.
Nice. You break one of its back plates and expose a large portion as some of the the orange fluorescent blood just creeps out and onto the floor, and you can hear the snow and ice sizzling as it's bleeding onto it. That hits again. And is this another smite?
Oh yeah, it's another smite.
Yeah.
I'm just being pedantic with the d4 roll first.
So yeah, 20 hits. Fuck. 38 damage.
And I should just check to be that to be certain, but I still have one first level left.
But some of the like orange spiked protrusions in its carapace, you actually like as you hit the plate and like dig in slightly and you drag the glaive down, you actually peel/rip off 2 or 3 plates of its carapace that would probably be about 7 foot in diameter and rip it off clean in that one attack. Like the blade hits and sinks in, the small explosion of divine energy just rips it off and it just blows off like a mini explosion. This thing's fucking hurt.
Ooh.
Asdia, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit closer this time. I'm gonna be a brave boy. Then I'm going to oh, got the face set on.
I just have a cat that's following me around.
No, I
Come
just,
back, you must be healed.
Then I'm just go. Yep, I'm
It doesn't really look like a cat anymore.
no, it looks like a potato
No.
with ears.
unfortunately got fairy form with
Yeah.
my movements. So I put that there. I'm gonna do another erupting earth. That's
Okay.
the only thing I got with no concentration.
So is this like a separate one entirely? Yeah.
Yeah, this is another.
Nice.
Ooh, fucking hell. Dexterity save.
Yep.
Dexterity is that
Oh.
16. So it
Bastard.
saves. So it takes
It takes half, so, yeah.
12. £12 points of damage.
Oh.
Are you done? Because you've
Yeah,
moved,
that's
you've
done. I've used
cast.
my bonus.
Yeah. Do you have any movement
Yeah,
left you
that's
want to
done.
use?
I'm fine here for now.
Great ale. It's
Yep,
looking
I'm gonna move up.
extremely hurt. You could be the one, but you could also die in the process.
Yeah. And the usual.
Hmm
Oh, for fuck's sake. I love how we just decided they ain't gonna hop over the hole and try and punch it for advantage.
That misses.
around.
That misses. Unfortunately, as you hit a clean piece of the carrot.
Hang on, he's got the D4.
Does that change anything?
That hits.
Yep.
Ooh.
Bless, my friends.
And in rebuttal, you take 8 points of fire damage.
Oof.
That's that
Yeah.
was heavy.
2 more.
Oh. Oh!
Oh.
And you
That's-
take
That's
3 points of fire damage. That
So
crit's
that's
not
not-
set
that
properly.
2 should be a 6, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So yeah, add another. So ignore the 2. We'll change it to the 6. So it's 15 points of damage.
Voice.
It's 2 combats in a row. I've been exact zeroed. How the fuck do you want to do this, Matt? You exact zeroed it like Carl did last session.
Yay!
That's 2 fucking sessions in a row. I've been exact zeroed. How? Tell me how you do this.
Danny. You've asked him the question. Let him answer it.
I'm doing it. Shut up.
I run up the back, and I with two punches to the back of its head, and the last punch probably just breaks the skull.
Okay. So yeah, you run up the back, and you just punch the back of its neck, and you just feel a crack, and your fist gives, and as your fist enters, it burns and it hurts a lot.
Oh shit.
That's where the 8 damage is. As you pull out,
Okay.
you drive downwards with an elbow with your left arm and crack open that bit of carapace. And it's not as much damage because some of the fabric takes it, which is why it's only 3. And then you kind of put your boot on the back of its head as it's falling, seemingly unconscious or dead, you don't know, and ride that motherfucker like a wave, like on a surfboard, using its head like a surfboard as you ride it to the ground.
Hell yeah.
Make a dexterity saving throw, just to see how composed you land this.
How cool I look.
Yeah. Do you splat, or do you proper ride this thing down? You ride this thing down. As it falls forward towards Deer, and Deer's like, oh shit, is it gonna fall on me? It lands just short. As its head hits the floor, you take a step off like an escalator and just kind of fix your gear and just go.
Yep.
That's how you do it.
Clap my hands together as if I'm getting rid of dust.
Yeah, but then as you clap your hands together,
It still only counts as 1.
but then as you clap your hands together, you realise the 3rd degree burns on your hands, and as you clap them, you kind of a single tear rolls down the cheek, as that fucking hurts.
Oh, I'm gonna walk over to Gray as this, because I've got floating animals around me. This little kitten kind of bobs past him. This little bioluminescent cat, and I'm gonna heal you. A little glowing cats and foxes and other smart creatures.
Cat. Nobody likes my cat.
It's a kitten. I'm not calling him a cat. It's a kitten. They represent you guys. That's the glowing.
So many cats.
Never mind. Take 8 points of healing.
There are fireflies still in the air. I have 8 turns.
Combat
of
does come to an
fireflies.
end, so for those that have active spells and stuff, they will carry on for the duration. So your fireflies, spirit guardians.
So,
that was
how
really
much of
good
the
work,
healing?
guys.
I say, how much of the healing spirit am I getting out of this? Liam, just 1.
It's just I've been 3 charges. I don't use them all.
So
It's for
just roll
5
3.
minutes, isn't it?
Is
No.
Gustav teabagging the Remoras?
They changed it.
Yeah.
It's still pummeling the hell out of it for killing the actual one.
Yeah. I'm pummeling it with the mini Gustav for the death of the big Gustav.
Okay.
Are people really hurt at the moment?
Catty's
Well,
dead.
this is what I'm saying. Is if anyone wants healing, you can just roll 2d6 plus 1d8. I have eight of those fireflies still flying around, so if anyone needs healing, you can just roll that for themselves.
Yeah. 2d6.
2d6 plus 1d8.
Right.
I will help myself to one of those if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, so I don't need to do for healing.
Cass and
Ooh.
Persephone, as the combat's like drawn to an end and you kind of just take account of what's around you. Coming from the north, you feel similar rumbles but in larger numbers.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're unsure of the you're unsure of the
I
distance.
suggest we move.
You're unsure of the distance. It seems that now this warding's down, they're flooding in quick.
Okay.
Clarissa, can you reinforce? What kind of ward is it? Do you need help? Can we reinforce it again?
How did my ward stand in my tent? Because
Calm down. I can't understand what you're saying.
I like how she turns to Clarissa for like a calm explanation and she's just panicking.
How did he fix it? Stop crying, it's okay, dear. Just stop.
I'm not
How do we
crying.
fix it? Dear!
That's you, dear!
God damn it!
Okay.
Which
so,
one?
So
There's many.
GM, could I do a fix upper work on the runes? This is kind of there. Can I just wait?
The runes that were in place were done via a ritual which takes multiple hours. It's a very to do what it needed to do. It was a very complex procedure that it's not feasible. And realistically, with how close they may or may not be, you don't know how long you have.
Cass! I can do it! If you stop time!
Stop time.
Stop time.
I can't
Also
do
stop
that.
you.
First, I suggest that we run.
They're
Run. I'm just gonna turn around and
Like I
take
said,
off towards.
they're coming from the north, and like they're coming out from like a wide perspective. Like there's multiple sounds you can feel, vibrations you can feel. So to go the direct opposite would be go south towards where the cats looked earlier.
How many other
Can I rip a fang out of the big one?
Strength check. Strength check.
Leave the fangs. Run to the south. These things are after us. We need to move now.
Do you
We can come and get them later.
Are you going to ignore the order, or are you still going to rip?
I'm ripping. Quickly.
You take 11 points of fire damage for the trouble.
Fucking hell!
It's any time you touch them. And
Oh,
I
shit.
did actually realise that I undersold the last fire damage by 1d6 each because it was the big one, but it don't matter. I fucked up, so I'm not going to refix it. So yeah, you take 11 points, but you do get one of the Remoraz fangs.
Cool.
You
Big
can
kill
take
for
a-
me.
you can
But yeah,
take a
you kind of
firefly
like
heal.
grab the fang and like big boot it in its like where you assume its nose would be, and you just hear like crack, and it just comes off in your hand.
You don't have big booty then, sorry.
Dear,
Yeah?
you saw where this place was, the source that, what we suspect to be the source. Can you point it out and guide us through the forest? We need to run and we need to move fast.
I'll be able to do that, yes.
Oh, go on then. Do it.
I will go.
We need to move. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Let's
Okay,
move. Go.
okay.
Go.
I
I'm a
will.
research and my tools and my
We'll get it for you later. Don't worry. We will. Just get in the car.
We'll get.
It is like one of those moments when Tess is like, "Come on, let's go." Is everyone got shoes on? Right, cool.
Right.
Move.
For the sake of, just use the lower part of the map just to give me a running order, like how you're running. And
I'm keeping my eyes up
Dia,
whilst
'cause-
we're running and trying to sense.
Okay, can I have a perception check from you? Dia, can I have a survival check with disadvantage because you're at full sprint trying to track your way through?
Oh no.
And anyone else who wishes to do anything or aid in any way you can.
Can someone
what I'll
aid
do-
Jig?
16?
Shows I can assist.
Ooh, that was a bad roll for me. It was a 2. Like, real bad.
Okay, so like, yeah, Dia's at the front down here, so can we drag tokens to where you would be in the order?
Yeah. Before I move, I'm going to get the cannon to just press fire just to draw its attention of these things away.
Okay, so like, just fire randomly.
Yeah, so I've moved it up to where it is, and then it's just firing.
Okay. Pyro,
Okay, so
you coming?
hang on.
Or are you holding the
Hang on.
fort?
With
I got out.
Oh right, sorry. Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
what I was thinking was that DM.
Yeah?
I was wondering if I were to tell Sparky to use his fiery teleportation, which impacts the ground, as a way of like putting tremors on the ground in a different direction from the party to see if that would
Like
help.
going away in a
Smart.
different direction, like westward or eastward.
Yes.
More than possible. May work.
I will look to him.
And Spirit Gustav as well. He's just going to keep hitting the Remor as they leave. So we've got the cannon just firing shots into the air. We've got the
Could have
Sparky.
cannons move
Bam-
the same direction as the tremors.
What? Go northward. Yeah, it's possible. So it could like
Yeah.
tink, 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 bang, tink, 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 bang, tink, 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 bang.
Yeah.
or have it. I mean, can Sparky take the cannon with his teleports?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
Poof, boom, poof, boom, poof.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mobile.
So there is there is three main
As Clarissa
Yeah.
sees that the party is going on and like an adventure, she has to leave the tent. She immediately changes behavior and says, "We're going on adventure together! Yay!" And she like rushes ahead, with the two with Deer and Cass in the front, and she will assist with that survival because she
Yeah.
actually has been there and she
which
has high
will make
survival.
it a flat roll. So Liam, if you want to roll a flat survival check, then.
Well,
'Cause you're being
I mean, it
assisted.
would have been the.
Well, yeah, we'll just take the left one of what you've rolled, as we always do. So 16.
Yeah.
Which is decent. Cass, you keep a lookout, but the problem is, as you're running, considering it was all through feel of the ground, you're unable to feel them. And looking
Yeah.
around, just things are rushing past. Your main focus is forward. So, like, and the sides are becoming like a blur in your peripheral vision as you're just kind of focusing intently. More than you would ever normally. And it's your intense focus is kind of give you semi-tunnel vision. Which is good and bad, depending on what you want. In this case, bad. But, dear, you feel it was probably about 4 or 5 hours away where you needed to be. And you start booking it. You're able to fairly well follow a good path and track. Okay, Rose. And you feel that you're on the right path. It's going to take a while, obviously. The tremors, and after about 3 minutes of running, you hear erupting explosions of earth and destruction behind you as they seemingly have demolished the area in and around where Clarissa's campgrounds was.
Oh dear.
As you hear 1, 2, 3, 4, about a dozen or so of these creatures that make equivalent noises to the ones you fought earlier. Whether they're the same or not, you don't know. About a dozen or so explosions and the loud sounds of collapsing earth and tunnel systems. As
Another one of Danny's campaigns, and another tent dies.
this time,
The tent murderer?
no, normally
Oh, yeah.
the party sets Michael's tents specifically on fire. So bad, he skinned a red dragon and made a flameproof one.
No, I skinned it.
Oh, was it you that skinned it? But he ended up with a red dragon skin tent because he was sick to death of all his tents being set on fire.
Michael
That was
Tentbane.
me, that was.
It was quite funny. I mean, it worked. It didn't get set on fire because it was immune. But no. When you guys were at Clarissa's camp, you feel it was about noon, maybe a couple of hours either way. You wasn't sure because no one here knows time specifics, like with keen mind and stuff. You start making your way. The first part of the journey is fairly safe and nominal, Liam, because this is going to be entering into a skill challenge, everyone, as you're all quickly trying to make your way. The first part was a success. There are 2 more parts to go. How do you helm the second part of the journey, and does anyone else wish to assist in any way they can?
I'm happy to assist with perception.
you want me up another tree?
Yeah.
But don't forget, you guys are sprinting and running as this is, or have you, or considering the explosions beyond you, have you suddenly stopped and gone back to a normal pace?
No, why?
No, we're running.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we'd have to stop if I want to climb a tree.
That was what I was getting at. Yeah. This
Would
is
anyone
this
be
is
able to
kind
carry-
of what stuff do people want to contribute to this skill challenge while running?
I could probably trying to be at the back, even though we seem to have lost Argyle a little bit.
Oh, I put Argyle there because he hadn't moved up. I didn't know where he wanted to be in the pack.
I essentially wanted to be at the back, trying to be
Okay.
Rear guard.
keeping an eye out. So I'm going to kind of be at the back, and I'd like to try and see if I can't help everyone just keep the pace, so nobody kind of so we don't start lagging behind.
Making sure you don't
Not-
lose anyone or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're only as fast as your slowest person, which I believe is Boomer with 25 foot. So make a perception check. Liam, make
Is it
a...
perception check, or I'm trying to do an athletics to try and...
Well, if you're perceiving
everyone's
to
pace.
keep an eye on people and make sure they're all okay. It's only if anyone goes to fall behind it become an issue. But at the minute, you're just keeping an eye on everyone and making sure everyone's cohesive and together and okay as you make your way through. And you know what's really funny? I'm describing this really hectic and chaotic thing. I've got really calm background music playing at the minute.
That shouldn't have been an advantage.
Like, it's
sorry.
like violins and like really calm and serene as I'm describing this chase scene.
I'm listening to smooth jazz.
Hell yeah. But we'll take the left one, as we always do, so 21, that's good. Liam, can I have a flat roll of survival from Deer?
Okay. I thought I rolled one dice then.
Oh,
one did die.
okay.
Could I assist with that?
You have,
He is-
that's why it's
Because
flat.
he's sprinting, tracking is at disadvantage. You're negating the disadvantage, but that's a crit fail, so let's see...
Up Shite Creek.
It's gonna make the okay. It's gonna make the journey longer, and it's gonna cause issues later. So,
Oh dear.
it's still a success, as in you're making progress, but the problem is you've essentially added on like probably an extra hour onto the travel. For the third and final part, can I have survival check and anything if anyone wants to mitigate, help, aid in any way?
I was going to punch a few firebolts in front to clear any like fungi that's in the way.
Okay, make just a standard spell attack.
Can I?
Nice, dear.
Sorry, you go first.
Oh, I just said nice because of the 17. I was wondering, could I also cast Pass Without a Trace and help with survival, or is it one or the other?
Well, no, because the check I'm asking is like over the span of about an hour. So yeah, you can cast Pass Without a Trace, no issue, and then go into the assist. So that'll basically help with the mitigation of tracking from if anything's chasing you.
Can I also then, as a way of mitigating tracking, if they're tracking footprints? Oh wait, they would be
No.
tracking footprints because Pass Without Trace that covers that, right?
It
Yes, it
helps
does.
a lot.
I guess pass it at will. Woohoo!
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh, I know what kind of cleric you are now.
well earlier you assumed she was a druid.
But let's say she's
No, I'm pretty certain she's a cleric.
yeah, no, we know she's a cleric. The
Told the dead.
spiritual weapon was the hint.
Yeah, for me. Especially, I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah,
Nature, I'm
Cleric,
guessing.
yeah, you've got the educated religious druid and the hippie cleric.
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so with the 17 survival and the help, that helps considerably, and you're able to make up a lot of ground that was failed from the second part. However, you reach the base of the mountain, but not before all taking a point of exhaustion. Because
That's why I was trying to do the athletics checks, Danny, to try and see if I couldn't keep everyone
Yeah.
at a good pace.
natural one. It's not about the pace, it's about the extra distance you've all had to cover at a full sprint.
Damn it.
Right.
So
If we're at the
everyone
hill, I say
gains
we
1
climb
point
that
of
and
exhaustion. You're at the base of the hill. Do you stop or do you just immediately go round or up?
I think if we get some distance away from the ground, that might help. But at the same point, I think now we're all exhausted.
Let's say get to the.
Oh, you're winded and gassed. It's not pleasant, like, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything anybody can do to get us up there without causing damage to us?
It's not terribly steep. You can just walk up it.
It's not like a big craggy hill.
No.
It's just...
Like at the pinnacle of it, there is like rocky outjuts, like what you would see on a mountain. But for the most part, it is like a hill, and it's steep, but it's not it's not roll worthy. It's just tedious.
I'd say we should probably just get up there and probably. I mean, it took us about 4 hours, you said, or something like that.
About 4 hours. So you're leaning in now to where
Yes,
the sun
later.
is setting.
I'd say we should probably get up there and see if we can't make a bit more of a
Camp.
fortifiable, camp.
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. Can I?
Any-
Sorry,
I was going to say, any takers for a rest?
we would need a full rest.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Take a rest here, or do we try and push on? Is what I'm asking. The rest of them.
Oh, find
I
somewhere
don't think we
defensive.
can push on.
Are we definitely still being chased?
Yeah,
They've
can
no
I
idea.
Perception
sense
check.
anything in the ground?
Perception check.
A disadvantage. Does anyone want to help me out with this?
I'll
Yeah,
have
straight
a look
roll.
as well. If you want me to.
Yep. Exhaustion's a bitch.
Wait, are people rolling individually? How are we doing this?
Well, whoever's percepting, which
Can you help?
I know
Cool.
I've
Greytail
got
said.
+5, so I can assist or roll.
She's got plus
I've
11.
got +11.
I'll assist.
Thank you.
+5 is normally very good. +11,
Yeah, normally.
however,
I got
is
+8.
mind-boggling.
Oh my god, I'm rolling terribly.
We knew that was going to happen, though. We got all
Yeah.
the 20s out at the beginning.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You learnt them all. You feel completely safe. You don't sense any tremors. You don't hear anything on the horizon. But the only thing you can hear, however, is your own heartbeat in your. You know, in like you're so gassed, you can feel and hear the heartbeat in your ears. But you don't feel anything at your feet. You feel like they may not be chasing.
They might have just wanted to attack the camp then.
And like you look over the tree line, you don't see any like reverberating trees or anything, like as if so much trembling in the ground.
Wait
Yeah,
a
we've
minute.
travelled far enough that they've lost interest.
Let's push on for a little bit then, make camp a little bit further up this hill.
To the pinnacle, it's
Okay.
probably about half hour, maybe.
I'm sorry, just as we walk, I'm obviously like spitballing here. Those things came from the north. Where did they come from?
Could just be nested there.
The first two came from the south. The other ones came from
Yeah,
the
but then the
north.
rest of them came from the north. The south I could understand because that's where the location is. I mean, it seems to be centered around this area.
Maybe the ones
So why
chasing
did
us
that-
were. Maybe the other ones weren't infected.
But we're
Maybe.
drawn to the. It's just curious.
Until we see the ones that came afterwards, we've no idea if they were after us for the same reason or just because we were now a tasty snack.
I'm guessing they sense the fight going on, especially when those things burst from the ground. It must have been like a pinpoint. And unfortunately, with the glyph being compromised, we were sitting targets.
How did that happen anyway? I'm sure I did it perfectly. I'm so sorry for putting my new friends in danger. Okay, it's not what I wanted for our first meeting.
Just like you to fail.
And Cass knows the truth here. Oh.
Literally, as I'm reaching over to try and calm her down, you're just going, yeah, you failure.
Oh, I knew that comment was coming. I knew a snarky comment was coming. I could just, you could tell.
I'm going to
None
pull,
of
as we're
our-
walking up, I'm going to kind of pull the doctor back a little bit and be like, if it is that you do have feelings for her, you're pulling her pigtails and she's not getting it, my friend.
He's not getting it either. Sorry.
Welcome to the group, guys.
Yay!
You friends.
It's what we do. It's what we've always done.
Yeah, but try a compliment. It might go a long way.
A compliment? Oh, compliments. What do you mean?
Yeah, you could say, like how amazing it was. How she called that spiritual weapon and did a ton of damage to the creature. Rather than saying, oh, I think it might have been that you, failed.
Right. Dr. Pyroman will yell out, "Hey, Clarissa, you hit stuff!"
Good, they're good.
Gives a thumbs up to Cass.
Use the finger guns.
I'm literally like walking up with Clarissa the entire time, just saying like nobody blames her or anything. It's like none of us blame you. It's perfectly fine. Everything. We just hear that, and he's like, he's trying well.
Clarissa was distraught, and then she's just confused.
He's
Were you hit on the head during that fight, or what, Argyle? What nonsense are you sprouting?
He's trying to be nice. Give it some time.
Nice.
Yes,
He
nice.
must have something up his sleeve. Be careful. He's plotting something.
I'm having the weirdest sense of deja vu at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to at this point trying to guide Clarissa up the mountain, because it's like just get up the just literally it's like as Cass is speaking to Argyle, I'm just like just let's get to the top, let's just get settled down, everything's gonna be fine. Still ignoring like the pieces of metal that are jamming into my back as I'm going up, just like
Yeah, where your armor's been like dented and broken and ripped. Yeah.
Yeah.
You two at the front, aren't you?
I'm kind of leading. Yeah, I kind of probably pushed her a little bit to the front and just
Cass has fell back, and I'd imagine Deer's. No, actually, Deer would probably be at the front with you, but not like next to you two.
I kind of, as we're going up, I'm just kind of I'm about to say, I'm just remembering that. Yeah, I'm remembering that Boomer's nearby. And he's like, Boomer, can you do something about the armor, please?
Yeah.
Do you have the mending cantrip, for example?
It's easy enough to fix.
Do you need help with your armor?
Yeah.
Do you need mending? I can do mending. Here you go.
Okay, so like she quickly like about turns you and begins casting mending on the armor, and you see that the armor slowly bends back and creases back in. There are some pieces missing, but it's easy enough to patch up and things with.
It's not stabbing me in the spine anymore.
No.
Has it got like a flower motif?
Yeah, she
of course.
secretly draws like motifs and like engraves it with the process, and like
Like a bumblebee in the middle, like really fat and chunky and cute, with like flowers around it.
by all known laws of aviation, a bee should not be able to fly, especially one that is obese. But
Oh, that's a bumblebee.
it's like you guys have noticed, like you've slowly gone off the grass and mud. You're now on the rock and shale and like stonework of the mountain as you're close to the top.
Danny,
Yeah.
can I do a quick check on Sylvanus? Because I swear I've heard that one before. That god. I think I might have heard it twice.
Bear with me. Make a
Religion check.
please. Yes.
Guidance.
Of course.
It's like, hang on, you speaking of God. Mine, help.
Yeah, come on, Carlon. There we go.
Team, but
19? swear I've heard
It
it.
hasn't come up, but yeah, I'll believe you anyway.
No, I think it has. I think.
No, I haven't.
Both-
No, I mean I haven't seen the number, but I believe you because I trust you.
Oh yeah,
No,
19.
19, yeah.
But yeah, from your knowledge and your vast knowledge, especially of gods, Sylvanus is the god of wild nature, and typically his symbol is that of an oak leaf. It's a fairly good and honest god who seeks well-being and protection of nature and stuff like that.
Haven't two party members mentioned Sylvanus previously for me? I want to say Deer and Varg both mentioned Sylvanus.
It
don't know
might
if
have
I'm
been
100%
me.
I can't speak about Varg, but Liam, has Deer mentioned Sylvanus before?
Let me have a quick check.
I actually think it might be your deity, Liam.
Yeah,
I think it
might
is.
be.
Yeah, probably is. I'm about to say, Sylvanus does kind of ring a bell a little bit, but I don't know
Yeah.
if we've got the wrong one, because isn't that the one
There's
the whole...
two in there that it
pretty
could
sure
be. The
that-
other one could be Forest.
But I say there's one god that's meant to be that the whole country is using as the whole anti-magic one,
Yeah.
and I can't remember if
Thank
it's
you,
Sylvanus or not.
Captivated, for the 7 bits. It means mwah, molto bene. And for the 7 more, you fiendish person.
Stop bribing him.
Oh my god,
we
now
don't
she's
need
on,
more tonight.
she's on 21 bits. 20, oh fuck. That's a lot of 7s. Math, fuck, math, 28, 35, 42, 49, 49, I got it.
Tuesday.
Oh my god. Combo breaker.
Oh,
God
The combo
damn.
on you is definitely broken.
Thank you,
Should
Captivated.
probably
Seriously, for the
combo.
49 bits. It means so much. Like, oh
I
my
swear it is.
God.
I swear it's the god that's pulled that. Because I remember Varg mentioning the god and then Dig saying, "Oh, I follow the same god," and I think it was Sylvanus.
yeah.
Sylvanus. It is. Ah.
Sylvanus or Sylvanus? I don't know.
It's
We can't remember.
either or.
It's Sylvanus.
Yeah,
according
it's
to
like the World of
the wiki.
Warcraft character Sylvanus. Or Sylvanus, which is slightly different. Oh my god, the pings! I thank you, Captain. Oh my god, now Liam's doing 1, now 2, now 3. Everyone's just wombo combo. No, please.
Sylvanus.
And that fit now.
Interesting.
Oh my god. 56
Yeah.
bits from Captivated. 6 bits from the Gromit. My god, guys.
Oh. I do have a quick question though, Doctor.
I'm just going to mute myself so the pods can't hear me, but
Why did
seriously,
you say
thank
for us
you.
not to look at her face?
Well, if you see it, I mean, there's not even an ounce of fur on it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, do you have a problem with that?
Well, it's just, she obviously gets cold at night without having the fur. I mean, don't you feel cold? I mean, look at your face. I mean,
Oh wow, you don't know how to speak German, do you?
hair.
would you
He
like
has
some?
no
hair?
idea who he's talking to, my friend.
I will laugh at your inevitable demise.
Okay. I mean, I get cold, but doesn't everybody? It seems to be, something that is against those who are covered in fur. I mean, she does have fur, though. I mean, you can see it. She's a
Yes, of
sucker.
course, but I didn't explicitly say don't look at her butt. Don't look at her butt.
Wait, what? I
What's going on?
forgot for a second that she was saying this. I was like, the fucking what about?
Oh no.
Oh.
Wait. I'm sorry, I'm getting really confused now. Like, really mixed messages. But what?
The whole Sata thing because of the animal sex.
No, it was the
Face,
don't look at my butt.
Don't look at it.
Because the tail, I'm guessing.
I can assure you, I'm not about to step on your toes, Doctor.
Pause.
But maybe somebody else will, unless you are a little nicer.
What do you think here? The thing is, Cass, is that she is very ambitious.
Really?
Very ambitious. And I have a dissertation to write, and she is in direct competition. So, unless you have any suggestions on how to make it less competitive.
Oh, I do, but I don't think you'll like that, dear Doctor.
Well,
Not
I mean, why?
Well, I was going to suggest collaboration. Your two minds together, you're brilliant, she's brilliant. You could create something really special that makes sense from both a wild and chaotic side, but also from basically working together will help.
Can Cass roll a persuasion check?
Do you want me to make a persuasion check? I am shit at it. I also have disadvantage right now.
Oh, true.
I'd also factor in the fact that you're also exhausted,
God.
so you're also exhausted. So add that to so deal with that to the DC.
Dr. Pyroman takes off his glasses and untucks his silk kerchief from his pocket, cleans them a bit, and puts them on, and he goes,
You do strike a good argument there, Cass. I mean, we could put our heads together, so to speak, but she has horns. How's that going to work when you put two heads
You
Perhaps-
just kind of duck beneath them, my friend. Like, that's what I assume would happen. Look, I just mean that in my lifetime, I have learned that working with somebody else strengthens what I have to offer. I think it could do the same for you two.
Maybe when we set camp, I'll see if I can.
How about this? Do you have the same ability that she has to create flowers and whatnot? You're a
No,
druid,
certainly
correct?
not.
No.
No. I mean, Saloon would never give me the ability to create dainty flowers.
I'll
It's all
DM you
about
captivated if
inner
you're
workings
genuinely interested.
of nature
okay?
and the
I'm
fire
not gonna
within
put
that brings
that
forth life.
on the
Not
interwebs.
petals
Hell
and
no.
decay that doesn't make any sense.
Okay. How about... Ooh! Here, give her this, and I'm going to hand over my book on fungus, herbs, and roots.
The one you got from town.
Yeah, the one that I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
from
yeah.
town.
is
I
it
think
written
she
by
might
Dr.
like
Argyle?
No.
Okay.
She seems to be, it's part you and part her. It's a book, which are brilliant, but also it's about herbs, and I think it might be enjoyable reading. Give her a gift. And smile, and then say, I thought you were impressive in that fight. Maybe we should work together.
Argyle will give Cass a kind of toothy smile
Yeah.
and lick his nose.
Gross.
Well, like a quick lick to make it all wet.
I
and
get it, I
shiny.
get it.
Not like stick his tongue all the way up his nostril,
Yeah.
no. Just like, because it's like it's the thing he does. And
What is
he-
this
he-
conversation?
he
Danny, you know this is going to happen. You said, "Oh, by the way, guys, I love when you RP because it goes slower and it feels better." And then I do it, and you don't know what's going on. So, man,
Okay. Fine.
Argyle will take the book and give that toothy smile to Cass and goes, "You are quite empathetic, aren't you, Cass?"
You said M before that.
apathetic or empathetic?
He said M. Empathetic.
Oh.
I'm just glad he put something before it.
I've always had this ability to see what's inside people's hearts. And my lion-hearted friend, I can tell that you'll do great things.
The ends of his fur do a tiny shade of rouge as she says that. Let's see that you all survive this fungal plague. I'd hate to see you get hurt in any way.
You really ought not worry about that, but thank you for your concern anyway, I do appreciate it.
As do I you.
Cool, let's go to camp. Can we catch up?
Yep.
Cool.
Haven't we reached the top of the hill now?
Okay, well, no, I was going to say this conversation was happening semi-simultaneously to your repairing of the armor.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to say, as you're stood on the shale, as you guys are at the front of the party doing this, and everyone's kind of half taking like a second to breathe, you both hear a sudden sound of stone cracking beneath the feet. Can you both make me dexterity saving throws?
I'm about to say, I shove her back.
Okay, so... Okay, you can either... If you forfeit yours, I will give her advantage.
Yeah, pushing her back.
So yeah, you forfeit your save as you plant your feet and like shove her in the stomach and like half lift, just like... Ugh, and shove her back, so you'll get advantage on your dex save, Clarissa. Michael,
Alright.
It'll be an auto fail if you do that, if you want to do that.
I'm doing that. I'm
Okay,
preparing to. Basically, I'm doing that, and I'm pulling a weapon to attack, but I'm shoving her back.
Okay,
of
okay.
thing, just like.
So Clarissa,
I see you're shoving it towards the mountain and not off the mountain.
Just. I'm assuming just off the stone that's about to crack.
I'll save you. Oh fuck.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming just
Specifying.
with advantage. Yeet.
Alright, one more time. I still haven't gotten used to this D&D Beyond extension.
Oh!
I'm so sorry for your sacrifice! I'm so sorry!
Can she still about to take?
Okay,
if
what I
that's
will
nothing
do-
else, can she at least kind of take half damage
I
from
was
me
going
kind
to
of
say,
shoving her away?
what I will do is I will mitigate the effects of what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Considering, although you didn't not fall, you're going to at least land on a somewhat squishy Evan.
Oh yeah.
No sprite for you.
The death of a fawn!
About a 10, 15 foot wide hole where the stone was much, much thinner because of a natural cavern underneath. A portion of it gives way and the two of you plummet. You go to push, but the problem is as you plant your feet and go to lift her up, as you lift her up with your like hands round her waist, I'd imagine like half lifting, ready to like push her backwards, your feet just both go through the floor at the same time, and instead you're holding her by the waist in the air as you're falling, so like you're gonna hit the floor with then her bang on top.
On top.
Yeah. So essentially,
I'm the one that's going to end up with the knee and the knackers. Yeah.
oh yeah. So essentially, she's gonna take half damage, but you're gonna take the full. It's
Dang.
it's about a 30-foot drop, so that's 3d6. Hang on, let me double check my notes. Yeah, 30-foot drop. So Michael, you take 12 points damage. Clarissa, you only take 6 because there's an Evan.
Okay. Right.
And let's roll for knee. Right in the nuts. But luckily, he's got a cod piece, so he's okay. But that cod piece has got a serious dent in it. If he wasn't wearing heavy armor, that would have sucked. He's now got
What kind of armor are you wearing, actually, Evan?
plate, I believe.
No, it's not plate.
No.
I don't have plate yet.
Chain, isn't it?
I think it's chain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's still going
Oh
wrong.
yeah, no, that's still going
I've still
through.
got.
Not,
yeah.
it's not going to do
Because
damage.
like, it
but
hurts, but it's not.
It's mitigating.
Oh.
But it's not enough to roll actual damage. Like, but it was more flavour. And everyone and you all kind of see as about 30 foot down, they're in this like natural cave system, and you can see that there are glittering crystals and geodes dotted about initially, and you can just see Clarissa on top of Evan at the bottom of this like as the sun's slowly setting, this somewhat like spotlit thing where you can just see them two and like some glitters around them.
Cool down. You two alright?
Maybe don't
Hello?
shout.
I'm
Are
talking.
you alright? Oh my
Hello.
god, you fell underneath me. Are you squished? Is everything okay? Are you okay? And she like pats him down.
I'm fine. Let's just make sure nothing's coming first. Let's get up.
Oh, I'm sorry. And she
It's
sprunts
fine.
up.
It's fine. It's fine. And I kind of pull myself up and start having a quick little check around, see what's either way.
Perception check with disadvantage because dark vision.
Dark
No,
and
no.
also
Yeah. Oh yeah, because of fucking thingy. So yeah, it's double disadvantage. See, we don't stack them for a reason.
yeah.
I am readying with a rope, 50-foot rope.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Pull him back up.
Yeah, start
We
dangling.
don't want to go in there at the moment.
You don't see anything bar the light above you and the silhouettes of what you know to be your party. Having a look around, everything has got too much of a shade cast on it. The only things you can see is where stray bits of light are coming in and glistening off crystals and some metals that you can see have been cut and broken. Because some of them are bouncing light in weird ways.
That's the smart.
Danny,
Mm-hmm.
does this cave look natural?
You can't tell because of your perception roll.
Okay,
If you want to do like an investigation and look for like, because I'm assuming you're trying to figure out, is this a mine or is this a cavern?
yeah, I'm gonna
So you
like
could investigate
pull a
looking for,
torch
like,
and light it up.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. Okay, pulling up the torch, you don't see any like tools or anything like that. You can see a tunnel that's leading somewhere in the one direction that's rough cut. You can see that some of these crystals look like they could have been mined, but you're unsure. Like I said, there's a natural like caves. There's nothing that looks stone cut or like man-made. It looks fairly natural, but there are elements to it that could be maybe. But it could just looks like it could be natural at the same time.
very bad feeling about this.
So yeah,
I'd
you all
say we
all see as you're looking down, and you notice that a lot of the entire roof is like, because of how hollow and large this cavern is, the span of what is thin stone probably stretches for about 60 foot across. This cavern is huge. You notice people up top that, and anyone looking over the edge, you notice some of the other rock is starting to give way and slowly crumble downwards and inwards.
Can I instinctively cast Mold Earth to try and support the parts that are weak? Like a
Oh,
Good work,
kill him!
man.
Oh, kill
Do
him!
I have that? Yeah, so to get rid of mine.
Yeah, so with a quick motion, you seal the other people in. Done.
Can I do a bit of help?
You no
I might
no one
sacrifice
stands
to
in
get
your
rid of
way.
it.
No one stands in your way for that dissertation. You
Yeah.
leave with your
It
head
only
held
costs a life
high.
of one power.
Excellent.
But no, yeah, I would say it's easy enough where the thinner pieces are. You could add earth to it and reinforce it to a point that it's not immediately going to cave in, but it's still quite fragile, given.
Could I help?
Is there any
I would
tree
say-
stumps or anything nearby?
No.
I can maybe, make some vines grow, maybe? And
You-
I can
that
support
would
the
work.
roof, so you can
Es-
climb it down. You can use it as a ladder.
Essentially,
back up.
but essentially, the mold earth between the two of you is going to provide enough structural support. The hole's not going to get any bigger anytime soon unless something significant happens.
Trying to pull a paladin.
What I'm
Vines,
wondering
Rumor don't do it.
vines could help in the sense like rope as material, because to use them in like a support thing, you'd have to do it like a suspended bridge, which they would need gravity to pull them pull down on them. But obviously, you're trying to do it upwards, so it wouldn't work. They'd just, pushing rope don't work.
Well, instead of that, guys, just 1 second. If we tie some of the ropes together that we've got, and then some of the more stronger members of our party, and we do it like a pulley winch system, so somebody stands in the middle and other people pull, and that person acts as basically a strength point, we should be able to pull them up with little issue.
Well, here's a interesting
Well
perspective.
met, good
Cass.
sir. Yomi, welcome.
What if we want to go
No problem.
down?
Thank you. Seriously, thank you.
You want to go down into the creepy, dark cave system when we're all really tired?
Well, it's more of a question of what are we trying to achieve here? We are still trying to find the source of these mushrooms, and it's a question of, well, Algal
Mushrooms
looks
grow.
around and see like whether or not the mushrooms are like apparent here, or if they're in the cave or something like that.
That'd be a perception check to have a quick look around.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm dealing with Cat and yeah, he's come back.
Disadvantage.
You can see that there are elements of the fungus around. If anything, it looks more dense around here. Because, like I said, the deeper you go into the forest and such, it's getting worse. And given what Clarissa said, it's even denser still from what was outside of the warding at the lumber site. On the stonework itself, there doesn't seem to be any. But on the natural pieces of earth and trees, it's pretty considerable. You would argue that it's even getting close to more of the fungus than the other stuff.
With my nature skill, would I know if Morlidosali is a shadow moist kind of mushroom, or does it prefer to live in more dry areas or like sunlight? Like, what is its preferred place to be?
Yeah. I get you. So, a Miralai Dusalai normally
Thank you.
is something that is sun sensitive and prefers dry, dark areas. And given that you've traced this fungus to be a mutated form of, it shouldn't be able to exist and thrive the way it is in any sunlight at all. But this twisted version is.
Oh no.
In its normal state, it would be almost unable to function in sunlight.
I have a terrible feeling about this.
You're not the only one.
That is a good point as well. Mixed in with all the stonework and stuff, Michael,
Yep.
you can see fungus growing, but of a different variety. And Clarissa, as you're down there, you actually recognise it as a Miralai Dusalai. Unaffected. It's normal. It's not the twisted amalgamated version. You can see.
This is, oh my god! Oh, my Sylvanas! Oh, there's just normal down here! Oh, how's interesting! Oh, maybe we're getting closer!
Oh dear.
So
But
my
essentially,
understanding
where,
is-
It's sundown.
because whereas the amalgamated version is of pure white, a Miralai Dusalai normally, and what you can see here, is like a dark chocolate brown colour with like yellow mottled spots just freckled on it.
Okay.
Right.
Liam, get it out of your system. What the fuck are you giggling at?
Nothing, silly.
Okay. I
need
heard him.
Think about this clearly, and whilst they're in that hole, whilst I do agree we do need to go down there, I genuinely have a bad feeling at doing it at this point. Especially with the fact that this
If
stuff is...
naturally Amarylli grows down here, maybe we can find the mutation point where it turned from Amarylli to something else. And it looks really cool down here. But
Yes,
you,
but we
you guys
are-
look kind of tired.
I was
I'm
going to
just
say, you can
excited.
see geodes and crystals and some like ore deposits like of metals. It looks really fucking pretty down here.
Yes, but we are about to enter into the nest of the problem with most of us. You seem very energetic, but even then, are you not tired?
I just had my brownies and my morning tea and some
Oh,
adventure,
no.
new friends, and I'm just pumped up.
She's going to crash soon.
Just for the sake of, it is about an hour or two away from sundown. Like, the sun is very much setting. And given we're in the seasonal equivalent of early March, sundown goes fairly quickly. Because it's still it's the start of spring. Because I use the real the real world seasons just for ease of use for me.
Yeah, okay.
So spring has essentially just starting. So you can use that for a gauge of how it's longer nights at the moment. So sun is setting.
But
Do we go down and rest in the caverns, or do they come up and we rest up here? Because we need to rest. There's no way around it before we go further in.
I would like a rest too, because I just realized that if we push ahead now, I get to spend less time with you on adventure.
That's
If we also
no.
push on now, we might nearly die. I'm sorry to burst the bubble, but you know.
I think we should probably just rest. Are you wanting us to rest up there, or are we resting in here?
Can we fortify the place that you guys are down? Can you have a look around? Is there how many exits are there? That kind of thing.
There's one.
Can we have a? Oh, there's one.
There's enough for unless you're looking for like mouse hole size things. There's only one feasible entrance / exit. This seemingly ends in a dead end. Like if you were coming through whatever tunnel system there is.
So if we rest down there and have watches.
Well, technically you've also got the roof because you've
So
made
there's
another
one way-
entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, naturally, there's only one way in and one way out, but we'd have our backs against the wall if we did.
Also, if things come from above, we will be at an utmost disadvantage. Tactically.
I might be able to assist with that. If
Oh,
you wish.
yes. You can close us in, correct?
Well, I believe that between Clarissa and I, wink, we can do something.
Did you say wink, or do you just
wink?
Because we're like 30 feet up, presumably Clarissa can't hear. It's like we can work together and make a suitable, fortified sleeping arrangements.
Wait, dear, or you know anybody out here.
Hello.
Down there. Sorry, guys. Is it the exit? Is it stone or dirt?
What in the cave?
In the cave, yeah.
It seems to be all stone, with the exception of the
Can anybody
minerals.
change the stone? Oh no, I think that's too high. Never mind. Ignore that.
You're on about stone to
Stone shape.
Yeah.
It's too high, I think.
I think that's 5th level.
Clarissa looks weirded out, by the way.
Yeah, the idea
Sure.
of changing things like that.
Should we go down there with them, since it seems to be the way that we...
It's going to be easier us get down.
And also, there's only one exit up here. We could be picked off. Also, there's the mushrooms with the spores up here. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't really want to sleep amongst them.
You've also
It's
got to
also
consider
cozy
you're having
down
to
here.
shout between each other quite a bit.
Let's head down. We can always come back upstairs, above ground if necessary. He will use mold earth to make little stairs around the exit for you just to walk down.
Oh, that's really clever. Don't you think it's clever, Clarissa? You see these stairs he's created? Aren't they fascinating?
Why are you
You
talking?
like using dirt with your magic, I guess.
I think I realised from the second what Cass is trying to say at that point, and what she's getting at, and it's really looks that I kind of just give back now of like, really, you're trying to give dating advice now?
And you don't
And she
verbalise it, you
looks
just
at them
give that
going
look.
Yeah.
You get the look back. What Cass and Evan have known each other for a very, very long time. They can read each other impeccably well, and you get the look back of yes, because then they stop arguing.
True. One way to stop people arguing, get them to fuck.
And again, I say, welcome to the group, you two.
God. Damn. It's like,
I
need
no
dinner
no
first.
no what, no. I did warn these
No,
two. I
he's-
said when these characters were discussed, I said one of three things is going to happen. They're going to take Pyromane's side, they're going to take Clarissa's side, or they're going to try and put you two together. What I did I not warn you two?
Oh, we're prepared.
I know. Like literally,
Yeah,
I
well, you weren't
thought
prepared for the DM to go, now kiss.
No, I don't think.
Danny, you literally chucked a filter of love. You're as bad as the rest of us.
I mean, I did it back when I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It just
I
looked
know.
to
I
cool.
still thank you for that
It
one.
just looked to cool
Yeah, we
potions.
remember the filter of love.
Yeah, it looked to cool potions, so I gave it the party, and I didn't choose what you guys did with it.
No, you just gave it to the chaotic artificer.
Actually, he
not the one that we
no,
probably
actually
got.
he stole it.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
not
I
with-
forgot
no, I it was in a crate, and someone else took it, and he took it off me. But either way, that's like we're talking like a year
That's
and a
it.
half
That's
ago.
in the past.
We're talking about a year and a half
Yeah,
ago.
sorry guys. Back in this.
But yeah, with the use of the stairs, it's easy enough that people can get down with enough time. It can safely be made, and if need be, you have
A way out.
not the most structurally sound, but a way out. It
You
was.
say it was 20 foot.
It's a 30. It was
30.
a 30-foot drop.
But that's why it's been made into a thing. Or
We've,
you can
we've
just...
got stairs.
Yeah. No, I just jumped down.
Yep,
Monk.
because you can just
Stop.
ignore 3d6 even if I'm
Bow
max roll.
form.
It's the same size as a church.
It's
No, the church was 60 foot.
Oh, well,
this is
that
smaller
was-
than
This
a
is
church.
double. I mean, no, the church was double. This is half.
no, this is nothing.
Pyramid, I did
I do-
want to ask you about your staff. This is when we're sitting down and we're getting the
Oh,
Molder
what?
back up and...
Yeah,
Can we just
so
have
just
a
a
quick second before
clarification.
that happens?
You're sealing the roof, aren't you?
I was gonna narrate what
Okay,
we're
go
gonna
on.
do.
Sorry, go on.
So I look to as we get down to the rest of the party and Clarissa, I
Want my help?
She takes a big sigh. Clarissa. Now I know that Professor Wojtek liked you more. But
Oh no.
for this one instance, we have friends amongst us who deserve a place to rest. And before this animosity between us began, we did do one thing together. I wonder if you would like to try and do that once more.
I'll put the kettle on.
Wow. So all the giggles going around. And he brings up his paw and
You mean first term?
first
know,
term.
You know, on that excursion? Oh, I see.
That's enough.
Yes, that's enough.
And he will like recognize that she knows what he's talking about,
Yeah.
and like guide her over to the cave wall and put his paw on the cave wall and waits for her to do so the same.
I'm sorry, what was that again? I missed
He's
that.
gonna put his
cave
paw.
wall, they can-
He's gonna put his paw on the wall and wait for Clarissa to do the same with her hand.
She's
and-
doing it slowly, and she says, "You know, it's so much easier to ask me for help if you speak a little bit faster."
Just do the thing, Clarissa.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And we will both cast plant growth in a viney planty igloo around the space. With
Okay.
flowers that are in like flaming red and also Clarissa's overly colorful
Multitude of colours.
blues. Yes, exactly.
It's an I am Groot moment.
It's an I am group ball. Yeah.
So, this like
little plant
encompasses like the party and stuff enough.
Yeah, because it's 100 feet's worth of control over the plants, and we figured we just do it together for
Yeah,
You know.
which essentially you could encapsulate this entire cavern and lock you guys in a big planty dome.
Yeah.
It's like Lehman's tiny hut, but
But
CO2 friendly.
Planty ball. Yeah. Yeah, it's vegan.
It's
You know, there's some nice
I-
moss
I'd
on the
say-
ground as well, you know.
I'd say if it weren't for the fact that there was two of you, I would have made a joke about it being Leonid's tiny hut.
Leonin's tiny hut.
Leonid. But now, I'm trying to make that joke for ages until I realised we'd have another guest, and now it's like I can't leave one out now.
It's fine. So yeah, like thick, spongy moss covers the ground, almost like what hay would do when laid down. Thick, grasping vines sprout from the rock in different pores and just encapsulate and block out what's left of the day sun as it turns to night, and the only thing that currently lights the inside is torchlight, as like the shadows from all these vines just erupt and cascade around everyone as it's all secure.
Well, that was wonderful.
Vitally impressive.
That was actually
Yeah,
it
you're in
was
like a
nice.
30-foot high, probably about 120-foot long, 80-foot wide space that's completely coated in plants. That was about the size. That was the size of the cavern. You've just completely, like, combed yourselves in, like a butterfly, or a caterpillar, ready to be a butterfly.
Every night.
Just brilliant.
Oh.
It's not catnip. Stop it. Oh yeah, actually no. There's a little patch of catnip just for you two.
Oh.
And Argyle, he's like trying his hardest to avoid it because he doesn't want to look silly.
He just licks
you
his nose.
You can just see the sweat.
You were like trying your hardest not. I don't know which one of you did it. I don't know if it was Argyle trying to thinking that Clarissa was going to do it, so was like, "Don't do it, don't do it." Oh god, it grow anyway.
Well, because they did this in their first term in the institute. I mean, he was perhaps
A little
into that
wild.
stuff.
Yeah.
A little wilder.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so you're the one that went straight edge.
Now it's time for the evening brownies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it
Oh,
would be
wait a
sarcastic
minute.
then.
We usually do day drinking. Is this another custom
Day
that we should be
eating.
aware of?
It might be. Let's find out and possibly enjoy it. In the meantime, rest.
Sorry, you wanted to ask Cass.
Cass wanted a question, but you were narrating at the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was going to say we do the thing first.
Yeah.
Which you want to ask when we're sitting down.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Rose?
Oh no.
Hey.
Discord's died. Between you
I'm
and
back.
Oh, there we
Sorry.
go. I was gonna say between Liam and Rose, Discord just hates you two.
It just kicks me out every now and then. I can't hear anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you say
So,
sorry?
what are these midnight brownies?
Well, back at the my combine, my old home, we always used different herbs to augment how you feel and how happy you are, and if you want an upper or you want a downer, it's natural.
Is this a custom then of your?
I really
Are
wouldn't
you
call it
from
like
this
a
plane?
custom.
I'm sorry for asking. I don't really know. Well, I do, but satyr. Is this a custom of the satyr
I
people?
wouldn't really say it's like a tradition, but it's common.
I'm in then, I guess.
All right, share a brownie with me.
Okay.
Can everyone who's eating a brownie make
That's good.
a wisdom saving throw? Clarissa, you have advantage because you're used to them.
I'm gonna try some brownie.
You can
luck with that.
forfeit if you wish.
Pyroman.
I do kind of want to forfeit just because at the end of the day, Cass is trying to experience every custom out there, so I think she just intentionally will forfeit. Just to see what it's like.
Me with the double saves.
Yeah, you keep rolling the same number.
Yeah, I know. I know. I think Clarissa wants to feel a little bit of a buzz, but she's
yeah.
like in a
So
in a different
Cass-
area with new people. She still want to like retain her head.
Yeah, Cass, you said you forfeit because you rolled a 27.
Yeah, I'm
otherwise.
forfeiting.
Bex rolled a 7.
I'm going to write the entire experience in my book, though. It will be
Oh,
documented.
my God.
You won't
For
even get that.
16 from
evidence.
Greytail. Deer got a 23. So Evan and Argyle, Persephone, you guys are not eating.
Oh, is it disadvantage?
Argyle knows what's in
No,
there.
it's not
No,
disadvantage.
it's only
Oh, right, okay.
checks. Saves are different.
I'm not going to, as I'm just going to try and rest after everything that's
Okay.
happened to me
Argyle,
today.
Boomer.
Argyle knows what's in, so
Argyle knows, and he's like,
he's not going to eat
Yeah.
any.
Okay, it's the evening brownie is the kind of Mariana that calms you down, whilst the morning one is the
Boomer?
one that perks you up.
Boomer's in a mood because he couldn't prepare. Evan's arm and just froze the brownie.
So you're
He's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. Oh, like you could
Yeah.
probably check it to make sure while everything's doing that. So
okay. So Cass, you're the only one that fails. So while everyone else, you guys, it's got. Obviously, I don't know this stuff, so I'm kind of guessing at how it would be. But it kind of relaxes you to the point of, you know, when like you're so sleepy, you could almost like just sleep anywhere. Like the second you sit down, your eyes are shutting. It's like that type of sleepy. But it's such a relaxing feeling. Like you feel almost weightless and like infinite at the same time. It's such a really nice feeling.
Yeah, you sink into your body and you sink into your mind. That's basically it.
Oh, so Cass just literally lies down like starfish in the middle of the moss that's surrounding her and everything, and just
However-
looks up at the pretty flowers.
However, Cass,
Oh,
because
yeah?
you failed, you're experiencing everything I've just described and more. Yours are much more vivid. You're hallucinating slightly, and it's kind of like you're pulling a Whitey a little bit.
wow.
And you kind of you relax so much that you go into like a bit of an anxious wrecky moment, and like you start getting extremely emotional at the same time.
Clarissa is there by her side and, you know, holding her hand. She says, yes, connect with the universe. Let the energy flow into you.
Sheep, thank you so
I can
much.
see.
It's so early where
No,
you
you
are, and I
can see
appreciate
it,
you
you
being
can
here.
see it.
Thank you. I
Oh.
love you.
You
Seriously,
can
dude.
see the
Feel
sound.
the energy, the vibe.
I mean, Argyle would
This
just
is-
look trippy as balls to you, just like with this moving fur all the time.
Thank you. Seriously.
I'm freaking
You
out,
mean
man.
a lot.
It's okay, stay with me. I'm with your anchor. You can do this. Stare into space.
you can't. You put pants over it.
Yeah,
Sorry?
yeah. Cass is lying in the middle of the dome looking up, and when she's saying stare into space, she's getting all distraught because I can't because you put the vines over and I can't see the stars. I can't see the moon and I can't pray.
Oh, wow, that's a good kicker.
But the stars was always within you, Cass.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Like Cass has gone into like a very hysterical emotional wreck in the middle of the dome because she's looking at where the hole in the ceiling was, and she's like panicking because she can't pray because she can't see the moon.
He's abandoned me.
Sing with me,
Giggling.
sing with me. Come by us, Sylvanas. Come by us.
Too much. My head hurts.
And
it went
And Cass is
And-
kind of
fact-
crawled
And
over
Boomer,
to a corner.
Argyle, and Evan are watching as everyone's just like sprawled out on the floor in different states. Clarissa's kind of on her hands and knees, like looking over, leaning over Cass, trying to comfort her with her just bawling on the floor.
I didn't take part in this activity, by the way, so I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm- I'm kind of in the situation of like, if it weren't for the fact that I know she wanted to experience this, there would be a lay on hands going on, like purifying right now.
I've never done anything like this, Clarissa. I was a good kid. I didn't do drugs. This is weird.
You had a straight edge life, don't just.
Just relax and enjoy it.
Yeah, for over 8
Dude.
centuries, you've been straight edge, and the one time you do something, your god abandons you. Just on the spot.
Ha.
God.
You haven't even tried my magic mushrooms.
What? What magic mushrooms? Those fucking.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I am never forgetting this.
My brain feels like dirt.
But say,
Dirt.
Mm.
Has anyone seen Paul?
Mhm, mhm.
Perfect.
Is Cass like what she was at that when they first tried cannabis?
Oh, the vicar dude's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much. But she.
The way that I'm imagining it from your talking is when people say, about LSD and that kind of stuff, then she's going through a weird trip and she can't see the stars and she can't see the moon and she's just freaking out. Like,
Oh
freaking,
god, yeah, it's bad. It's not great. Like, it started off great. Now it's like the worst experience ever, and you could probably imagine, like, right at the last hour or so, it'll be back to great again. But like this in between 6 hours is gonna be hell.
I'm about to say, I'm almost to the point. If this lasts like more than an hour, I am
Oh no!
trying to come over. And...
Oh no! It's like this like hystericalness will probably last like 2 hours, 3 hours.
I mean, it will get to a point if
It'll
Cass is
mellow
feeling
out
really
eventually.
distraught, and she starts talking about her family and stuff like that, and then realizes, shuts up. She doesn't specify anything about who she is or whatever, but she's talking about her husband and her children and everything, and she'll just call over to Evan and be like, "Fix me! I don't like it anymore. This is crap."
I'd go to Evan, like, how much did she actually eat?
She barely took a bite.
Like, she's about a
I don't
nibble. It's like,
understand.
Oh my life.
she's not ever really had to experience anything like this.
During
So-
all the time, Clarissa is constantly casting guidance and sprouting like new age quotes like
Oh.
your mind is like a flower, Cass. You just need to open it. You need to flower.
Oh my.
I want a bird, not a fucking flower.
And
I-
as the party descends into fever dreams, hallucination, chill sleeps, and
She gets a le- but they- there is a le-
concern onlookers,
Yeah.
the night creeps in. Everyone, with the exhaustion in hand as well, goes to sleep as the session ends. As it is half
the last
10.
thing I would have done would have lay on hands. Yeah, I would have cured Cass if she's really asked.
So
for
we'll
it.
be beginning next session with you guys, like the morning after. You guys go to sleep. The night is varying amounts of stressful, relaxing, depending on your position in the group and what you've done.
Danny, I will point out, as soon as that lay on hand rest, Cass just goes, interesting, and goes to write in a book for a bit before sleep. The trip. This will
But-
account.
Yeah.
Scientific.
For those interested in the D&D campaign, the next session will be coming hot off the press on the 6th of March. And the next
That's 2
stream
weeks.
is tomorrow with... I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing Sea Thief Sunday or something different. I'll let you guys know on the Discord, which if you're not on, by the way, get on. I will let the 2 guests go, so given Adrian, you spoke last week because you were here first. Bex, if you wish to plug anything to my lovely people before they go for being here.
Okay. Hi, I'm Bexy. My Twitch name is Bexy Shillin. I'm creating a overhaul of D&D 5e, which is on an original setting called Frostmark. I've been doing it for 2 years. I'm looking right now at printing and shipping options, and soon is going to Kickstarter. If you're interested in a more character-driven and narrative-driven kind of D&D playing, check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will do the shout-outs because it's set to moderators only, Adrian. My bad. So, yeah. Sorry. So, Bexy Chellen. So, that is her Discord. That is her Twitch. She has a Discord and stuff as well if you want to check her out. By all means, I encourage it. She's sound. Otherwise, I wouldn't have invited her. So that's a testimony in itself. Adrian, if you wish to reiterate what you said a fortnight as well, for if anyone new is here.
For sure. My Twitch is /CosDND, COSDND. I run a post-apocalyptic D&D campaign every Tuesday, and that's been going on for close to 20 sessions now. So come watch me torment my players. It's amazing.
Hell yeah. And
Bit different to this campaign where we torment Danny, hey?
just a wee bit. But I appreciate everyone that came and watched, everyone that is here playing, and I hope you've all had a good session and people have enjoyed watching. But
Yeah, it was great.
as we sign off, as is tradition around here, we shall end the stream with a raid. Fluff, stop batting my PC monitor, please.
I'd say, Fluff is raiding you.
Yeah.
No, what it is, he's lying, using my monitor as a pillow, and he just reached up, hit the monitor, and twisted it. So apologies if you saw the camera shake. We're gonna raid someone new who I've been watching, who's currently playing Sid Meier's Civ 6, which is interesting. And I will speak to you guys in a second.
Who are we raiding, Danny?
Base Note, I'm just getting it up. There we go. So yeah, the guy's called Base Note. He's a sound dude. I've been watching him. Well, I haven't watched him myself properly yet, but I've been talking with him through Fellowship's channel, which you guys know I rave about Fellowship. He's amazing. And his community as a whole is amazing, so I trust his opinion on people. So let's go and say hi. He's currently playing Civ 6, and I will see you guys tomorrow with my next stream. So, much love, take care, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. The raid.